Hello, everyone, and welcome to the sixth episode of the It's Getting Late podcast. My name is Jacob, and joining me today is my wonderful co host, Paul.
How's it going, everybody?
And we are so happy that you guys are spending a little bit of your day with us. Now, before we get started, guys, at the beginning of every show, we like to show off our email. If you guys have any fan theories, any would you rathers, anything you guys want us to rank for top five, send it down to that email at itsgettinglatepodcast@gmail.com. With all that out of the way, let's get started with this. So, Fortnite had their mid-season update come out on Thursday. And guys, out of this chapter, I think this might be the best mid-season update that they have had. Here's a rundown of what they added. They added the Megazord, as you can see behind us. They added the Batmobile tonight in the item shop. They added Lord Zed. They added a Power Ranger pistol, and they added a new game mode with proximity chat. It's a lot, and
Mhm.
I am loving it, Paul. I don't know how you're feeling about it, but I am
Oh,
loving it.
well, dude, I grew up with the Power Rangers. I mean, obviously, I'm representing the '90s gear right now, so it's awesome to have all this Power Ranger stuff coming up. I played as the Megazord. Like the first game that I dropped in, played as the Megazord. Oh my god, it was so much fun.
It's so much
It's
fun, dude.
it's awesome. Like we were talking earlier, whenever they started this chapter, the first chapter, the mid-season update gave us Godzilla.
Godzilla, yep.
And I was so looking forward to that. Playing as Godzilla was so much fun, but playing as the Megazord is just as fun. It's
Yeah, out of the
super
ones
awesome.
they've done Godzilla, they've done, Superman, they did
Mhm.
Star Wars, and they did this one. I don't think I'm missing one. I think those are all the ones that they've
I can't
done. Yeah,
remember the other one, so I think that's all of
there's
them.
one I feel like we're missing well, because 'cause they've
There
done
was one
4.
more season, I
Yeah,
think.
so they did Godzilla for the 1st season.
Yes.
2nd season, I think, is where we're blanking.
Yeah, I can't remember the second season. I think it was a pretty forgettable season, unfortunately.
Yeah, so but overall, I would say right now tied is Megazord and Godzilla. Like, they were
Absolutely, for
just
sure. It's you get so much power. It's just so much fun to go around and stomp on people, and then you're blasting them. And then I think with this Megazord update, if you're playing as a squad, your whole squad gets to join in the Megazord, right?
Yes, yes, so they add into it, but there's only one person that gets to pilot it and use the sword and the
Right.
missiles. The other people get to I think there's, like, a gun and a flamethrower, but they get to
Yeah,
do some stuff, but
they
the
get to do some
piloter
tertiary weapons.
yeah, the piloter is where they get the power. So,
Oh, yeah, that
I'm
guy is having the most fun.
I'm looking at the season 2, and the season 2, remember, it was Sub-Zero and all them, so they just added the weapons. They didn't
Oh, the
add a
Mortal
big
Kombat, yeah,
yeah, they
that's
didn't add
right.
anything big, but
That was kinda fun, though.
yeah, yeah, but this one, dude, both of us have
This
been
one
really excited because, guys, Paul grew up with original Power Rangers. I
Mhm.
grew up my first Power Rangers was Samurai, and so I've loved Power Rangers since I was young. I was big into Samurai. I love Dino Thunder. Like those are mine. And when they announced this, me and Paul were just really excited for Power Rangers, and
Oh, for sure.
they have delivered. They have delivered, and it is awesome. Like
I
everything they've done so far.
I think the Power Rangers, like, collab, this is probably the best collab that Fortnite has done.
Honestly, besides maybe I love what they've done with Batman, like,
Mhm.
really with all the Batman stuff they've done and the Marvel stuff they've been doing, but
Yeah, the
I would
Marvel seasons, but
coming up
yeah,
right after those 2, it's probably Power Rangers because it's
yeah.
just they've done a great job from the skins to the glider that they have for you get to be the Tiger Zord
Mhm.
to the Megazord itself. 3 different styles for the Megazord, which is awesome. You get this one, you get like a black and white one, a black and gold one, and
Mhm.
then the Dragon Megazord, which is
Which
just
is awesome. It's so cool. It's like you can see that the people who did this, they paid attention to detail.
and they
They
know Power
went
Rangers.
and they know Power Rangers, and they know what fans like us are gonna be waiting for is like You wanna be the Megazord? You could be the Megazord. You wanna
Yep.
swing the power sword? Here's the power sword.
Power sword, and
Every
it's
everything that
awesome.
you want. It's
You wanna
so
do
awesome.
one final strike like they do in the show? You wanna do one final slash strong while you're fighting a big monster? You've got that as well. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it is I don't know how much better they could have made it. And also, they learned from the past, and it drops every single game, which
Yes, I
Fortnite,
oh my god, I
thank
hated
you.
it whenever the Doctor Doom thing happens, like, maybe once every 15 games it'll
You
show up.
don't
It's like,
get it?
I can't play 15 games in one weekend, and I can only play on weekends. I have a job,
Yeah.
I have a life, so
Yeah, like, it's annoying, especially even the Godzilla one where it was like, "Oh, maybe you'll get a
maybe.
50-50."
But they
Like,
they
oh
f
my
they
god.
fixed that in that season. They made it way more
They
accessible,
made it
and
accessible, but it also still wasn't 100%, and then
yeah.
this one, they've made it 100% and it's perfect, like,
Mhm.
perfect. It's like, "Thank you. This is what we want." Leave the competitive players out of this. If the competitive players wanna go and play competitive, they can go play competitive. You know,
Yeah.
the the normal casual players that come and play on a Friday night or a Saturday night are not they're trying to try the new stuff, but they don't have 700 hours to play this game. They want to get on with their buddies, play maybe a good 2 to 3 hour session, and then that's good for them. They don't
Mhm.
need to be on for hours and hours on end, and this is perfect. Like they hit it out of the park, and I don't know much more they could do except add more Power Rangers in. Like that
Well,
is
add more Power Rangers, or I really wish that they have or had more Zords because, like,
Zords,
obviously
yeah.
you got the White Tiger Zord, but, like, give everybody a Zord. Let everybody have a Zord as a glider, especially I'm sorry, the Pink Ranger has a straight up flying Zord. Let her have the flying
Well,
Zord
and
as a
same with the
glider.
Dragon Zord too. You've got the Dragon Zord,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
give us those Zords. Besides that, I think they have really done it well, and
oh, for
then
sure.
moving on to the other things, like the Power Ranger blaster's fun to use. That
It
was
is.
the only thing that sucks about it is that the ammo, as you were saying,
Yeah,
doesn't reload.
it runs out, and then once it's gone, sucks to be you.
Yeah, so that's kinda like, "Oh, come on, Fortnite," but they did that well. I have not been able to play the new mode yet. I hadn't had
No,
time to
it's
play the new
same
mode,
here.
but I've heard it is very fun and it is very chaotic and perfect. That's what we want, Fortnite. We love when
Mhm.
you guys add these LTMs that spice up the game a little bit. Like, that was what made Fortnite when it first came out so awesome, where the LTMs they would have out, they'd have 1 LTM out at every single time, whether it be Gold Rush or One Shot. One Shot was crazy,
Oh,
or
yes, it was.
snipers only. Like they had all of these different modes, so you didn't have to just play basic Fortnite. And I love that. And I'm glad that they're trying to implement that back in and adding some crazy modes. And so that's really fun. And then the Batmobile, like we had just shown guys with our
Oh, yeah.
graphics, the Batmobile, oh, that thing is so much
It's
fun.
it looks excellent, and I was happy I logged into Fortnite, and because I already have it on Rocket League, it's like, "Hey, here's the Batmobile." I'm like, "Yes, don't have to pay for it. I already got it."
Yeah, the
So, that's
Batmobile,
awesome.
awesome. I just hope that they add because I think that one's is it the Michael Keaton
That's the
Batmobile?
1989
Yeah,
Michael Keaton Batmobile,
I just wish
and
Michael Keaton Batman was a skin. That'd be really fun, I
yeah, no, that would be nice. So I'm just using the comic book character or comic book Batman skin because I think
yeah.
that's the most it's the most I don't
Most
know,
like it, yeah.
most like it, but I just don't like running around as I love Christian Bale, I love The Dark Knight, I just don't like the Fortnite skin because the way his mouth it
Yeah,
just
it's
it
weird,
doesn't
it's
look quite
weird.
right. It's that uncanny valley, but I have all of the Batmobiles in Rocket League because it came out as, like, a bundle. Like, "Hey, you want
Which
Batmobiles?
ones do they
Here you
have?
go. Here's" they got the Michael Keaton one,
Mhm,
the Batman versus Superman one, the Batman, the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson one,
gotcha.
and then,
Do they have
what was
Tumblr?
the last one?
Is it
Yes, the
the Tumblr?
Tumbler, that was the 4th one,
That's
yes.
the one I really want because
I bet, yeah.
Tumblr's really cool. I think my favorite Batmobile has to be the Arkham Knight Batmobile, but I think
That one
Tumblr
might also be. in Rocket League, but it wasn't part of that 4 vehicle bundle.
Yeah, yeah, I hope they keep adding them. I mean,
Oh,
Batman's awesome,
absolutely.
so just keep
We've
giving
we've
them
been
to us.
wanting the Batmobile in
Batmobile,
Fortnite
oh, yes, and
since they started adding vehicles to
Batman,
Fortnite, and
yeah,
it's like, come on.
and vehicles, yeah, it's just they hit it out of the park, and this update, I would say
This update's a lot
beside
of fun.
yeah, like, even though Godzilla, it was fun, I don't remember much that came out with that update besides Godzilla, that mid-season update.
Um, it was just Godzilla,
Godzilla,
you got there was Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, which, we both call, what did we call Mechagodzilla? BMD, yeah, BMD.
yeah.
That's an inside joke. And then Kong, and then they had the vehicles that came out, but that was pretty much it. There wasn't really any, like,
Yeah, there wa
in-game differences besides
yeah.
being Godzilla.
Compared to this one where it's like we have this, we have Lord Zed, we have the Batmobile, we have the pistol, and a new game mode. Like it's so much stuff.
It's a huge update.
It's awesome. And I think so far this chapter, this has been the best update that they did this chapter mid-season wise. But
Absolutely.
yeah, no. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about the new update for Fortnite? Are you guys loving it? Are you guys hating it? Are you like, I don't even play Fortnite anymore? Have you guys even gotten to play the Megazord? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. So moving on, a movie that came out this week that I got to see, but Paul didn't. He wasn't sure whether or not to go see it or skip it.
I didn't get a chance to really
Yeah,
make my decision one way or another.
yeah. So I went and saw the new movie Him, which is a football meets horror movie. And we're gonna do a spoiler-free review about it. So if you want to go see it, go see it. But this is gonna be our spoiler-free, so I'm not going to talk about spoilers. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy. Um, it's fun. I think if you okay, if you've liked the trailers, you're you possibly will enjoy this movie. If you like the trailers, go see it. If you don't like the trailers, don't even touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. Do not touch it. Do not touch it. You will not like it. If you did not like the trailers, you will not like this movie. Like
Yeah.
it is very on the nose for the trailer, and I also come from a football background. I played football for over 10 years. And so if you guys are football people, football guys will understand some inside knowledge with certain things. So you will have those moments in the movie where like, okay, I can relate to this, or oh, I understand this or this and that. Like there's a lot of inside knowledge as well that comes with this movie as well. Not a lot, but there is still some inside knowledge. Like I had I had my roommate, he came and saw this movie with me, and I didn't have to explain anything to him, but he's not a football guy and he's never played football. And so there were certain times in the movie where I was more in depth and into the movie than he was based on me understanding football. So having that football understanding really does help your experience and boost it. But there's not, I mean, there's not much.
Yeah.
It's a horror film. It's a very it's it's a weird film. It's very weird. It's got that
Yeah. That
Jordan
was the
Peele
thing
flavor
that
into it.
yeah, since I didn't get to see the movie, I tried to look up some reviews, and the thing that popped up in every single review I saw was they were not a fan of some of the stylistic approaches that
The
the movie took.
style is one I have never seen before. The
Okay.
style and how they shoot this movie is none like anything you've ever seen before, and in some cases, it's good, in some cases, that you don't know what's going on. Like, there's some things in the movie where they're doing certain things, and I'm just like, "What the hell just happened?" And then I'm like, "Oh, that happened, but I didn't really see what happened, but that happened, I guess." Like, the style is very weird,
Okay.
but it does have that Jordan Peele kind of flavor into it. So,
Right.
like, the way I best can describe it is if you got a fruit smoothie, and Jordan Peele is strawberries. So you have a strawberry smoothie, but you have bananas, you have kiwis, you have blueberries, you have all these other elements in here, but you still have strawberries in there somewhere. there's still a
Okay.
tad of Jordan Peele in here. Like, there is still that tad of Jordan Peele in here where you're like, "Okay, I can see where Jordan Peele helped this guy direct it," because for those of you who don't know, Jordan Peele did not direct this film.
Yeah, that was the misconception a lot of people had.
Well, I mean, look at this poster right here. We've got
Yeah, it's just,
him, "Greatness Demands Sacrifice," and then we have Jordan
from
Peele,
producer
yeah,
Jordan Peele.
in the tiniest letter from producer, but Jordan Peele is all over this movie, and it's like,
Mhm.
he did not direct this film. He did
No,
not
that's the
direct
thing,
this
like,
film.
can anybody tell me who the director of this movie is without Googling it?
Exactly, like, that's the thing that sucks, and I think personally that the idea for this movie was great, the execution was not. I think Jordan Peele would have done this movie way better if they would have just given him this film.
Yeah, if
Now
he
I
actually
understand,
directed it.
yeah, now if he actually, now I understand the director being like, "This is my movie, I wanna direct it." Good for you, dude.
Mhm.
You're but, his movie was okay. Like, if you were to ask me, "Jacob, are you gonna watch this movie again? Are you gonna go see it? Are you gonna buy it?" No, I'm not. I am not going to rent this movie. I will not rent it, I will not buy it, I won't do anything with this movie because it's not something I'd wanna rewatch again. Now if somebody had it on and we're like, "Hey, we're gonna watch him, you wanna watch it with us?" I mean, yeah, sure, but I'm not gonna recommend it. Go watch it. You need to go
Yeah,
watch it. Like, I have a grandfather who he loves horror movies, and he really got me into horror. And he will ask me with these new movies because he doesn't go to the theaters. He's got his own man cave, and so he's got, the big 85-inch TV, surround sound. He'll ask me, he'll be like, "Hey, should I rent this movie? Should I not?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, you can skip this one," or "Yeah, you should rent it," or I mean, you can rent it, but it's not great. Like, that's probably what I will say this one. I'll be like, "You can rent it. It's not great."
yeah.
So it's mediocre. And one other thing, um, the first 2 acts are solid and okay. The 3rd act is completely rushed, and you're like, "What?" Uh,
Yeah,
it's
I
completely rushed. Like, I'm not gonna say anything about it, guys, but here's kind of structurally wise in a way. Act 1 and 2 are probably, like, this movie's only an hour and a half, but Act 1 and 2 are good chunks of the movie, are solid, or they're okay, like I said. Act 3 is maybe 10 minutes long. Act 3,
whoa.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't realize that they're trying to finish it up until, "Oh, we're here now? Oh, okay." And then they
It's like, "We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go."
that's exactly it. The 3rd act is so rushed, you don't even realize when that 3rd act comes. Like, when I'm watching movies, and Paul, I bet you'll agree, even if the movie's bad, you can tell when the 3rd act is happening, when we're gonna
Yes.
transit. This one, it's like something happens and you're like, "Oh, now we're in the 3rd act. Oh. Oh, wow, this is happening really fast. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We are speeding
Yeah,
through. Whoa." Yeah, it's mediocre. It's mediocre. I If I had to give it a percentage wise, I would say 50. 50 to 40, 40 to 50. Like,
gotcha.
you know, 0 being bad, 100 being good. I probably give it, now that I think about it, 40. Like, I lean more negative than positive, and
Right.
in a thumbs down or thumbs up world, I probably give it a thumbs down. Like,
Yeah.
it's not great.
Well, I
I
mean, and like you said, you have that football background, which
Yeah,
gives you that extra incentive. Me, I was a band geek,
yeah.
so
Well, and
for me, like, I
that's
don't
why
see
I was
myself really
so
being super into this movie.
yeah, that's why I also was really wanting to see this movie, was because of my football background. Like, I've been around football even though I played it for 10 years. I was around football since I was born. Like, I was on a football field because my dad is an athletic trainer. And so he's on the sidelines 24/7, and so he would bring me to the games, and I was always on the sidelines with him. So I've been around football, and I get the in and outs of it. I get a lot of it. And so that's what really enticed me with this film, was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a great idea. I think this is awesome." And it unfortunately fell flat. And it's kind of upsetting because you think with Jordan Peele, with how much they were promoting it with Jordan Peele, you think it would have been a better movie.
Well, that's probably why they used his name because they're like, this movie's not as good as we would hope it is, so let's slap his name on there and hope that we
Yeah,
get some extra ticket sales from it." But
yeah,
it's gonna blow back on their face because then everyone's gonna remember, Hey, remember that
That's
crappy
what I'm
Jordan
saying.
Peele movie?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, why would I don't get that for Jordan Peele. Why do you wanna have your name associated with this movie if you didn't believe it? Like, I'm not saying you didn't believe in it, but, like, why would you want your name associated with this movie if it's bad? You can be a producer, that's fine. But I
Yeah,
would have told them, "Keep
but
my
slapping your
name." Yeah.
name on the poster and putting it in every trailer, like,
And
it
if you wanna slap his name on something, that's fine. That's fine. But don't make it the prominent name on, like, you don't even have the director on it. That's the
yeah,
problem.
that's the crazy part, from producer, not from director, and
Yeah.
then Marlon Wayans right here, from what I heard, like, his performance was probably the best part of the movie.
Yes, I will give it that. He is very cool. I like his part in it as the coach. You can see him go kinda psycho at times, but
Mhm.
the style and the directing and the style of the shots sometimes takes me out of it, and it almost comes over the top and goofy. And that's what sucks because I can see him really, especially because he's more of a comedic actor.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see him
exactly.
taking on a serious role here, and it was good, but the way they directed it was like, "This is goofy. This is really goofy." And at the end of the movie, you're still gonna have questions going, "What the hell did I just watch?" Because it's also just really weird. But yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, what do you guys think of him? Are you guys gonna go see it this weekend? Have you guys stayed, away from it? Are you guys kind of just on the fence? Like, I don't know if I want to go see it. I don't know if I am. Like, if you guys have seen it, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Alrighty. Moving on. Okay, guys. Allegedly, and in our opinion, I'm gonna make this straight. I'm gonna make this real clear. In our opinion, Nintendo. Okay, we got all that out of the way. Okay. Nintendo has decided, this came out, I think came out a week
It
ago,
was,
but
like, a little bit last week, yeah.
yeah, Nintendo just has decided that they're going to put a patent on every video game that uses a function of summoning because apparently, Paul, I didn't know if you know this. Nintendo has came up with summoning. Summoning is Nintendo's thing.
What?
Yeah, and oh,
They originated the summoning of animals in video
yep,
games?
and everything is a Pokemon. Did you know that? Skylanders, Pokemon. Skylanders, Pal World, Pokemon. What's another game? What do we got more? What anything that if I summon a little rabbit in a game, Pokemon. Like everything is a Pokemon. Everything, Paul. Did you know that? Did you summon anything?
Apparently. I mean, that's what, middle-aged mothers claim, is like, "Is that Pokemon game?"
Everything's Pokemon, guys. Everything is Pokemon. And this is an issue. This is a big issue. Like, what?
Yeah, no, it's kinda crazy. Nintendo's always been allegedly, uh we wanna cover our butts, okay?
In
We
our
don't want
opinion, guys, in
in
our
our this is all
all in our
opinion.
opinion. This is our opinion, Nintendo.
But apparently, Nintendo loves to do this kind of thing where they're like, "Oh, hey, that thing that makes a lot of money and other people are using it. No, 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 that's ours. No, no, you can't do that. That's ours." So, like, this is not the first time that Nintendo has done this. This is just like one of
Apparently,
the
allegedly,
apparently, allegedly. But it's it's just kind of crazy. It's like, hey, when it comes to summoning creatures or using them in a battle or riding on top of a creature, yeah, no, that's a us thing. We hold the patent on that. And I'm like sitting there's like there are so many games that use those features.
I bet there's
I
games that Nintendo, before Nintendo was a business, probably had something like that. Like, I
oh,
know
I'm sure.
there had to hey, dude, Tetris Tetris summons blocks, dude. We gotta
I
Tetris
don't know if that
gone.
counts as
No
creatures.
more. Well, it's a block creature, dude. They are
Well,
some jiggity jag creatures. Gone.
oh, what is hold on. There is a game that I'm pretty sure came out before Nintendo where it's a jousting game. I think it is called Joust. Where you ride on top of an animal. Yeah, Joust 1982 developed by Williams Electronics and you ride on top of a bird like an emu or an ostrich.
Dude,
So, would Nintendo claim that that's their deal? I
like,
mean,
if we're going by this, you can't ride an animal. nonsense. You know how many games have riding animals? What? You know how many games? There are so many games. The one that comes to me mostly is because I've played a lot of it is Witcher 3, Elden Ring. Those
Yeah.
games you ride a horse in Witcher and then you ride I can't remember it. You ride a horse like thing in Elden Ring to traverse the world. So what and you summon it. You summon it. So all of a sudden, oh no, you can't use it. Can't use it, dude. We can't use it
Well,
anymore.
okay. So I pulled up some details about the patent. So the patent in question involves summoning and battle mechanics. The claims describe a system, and this is all allegedly. I'm not entirely sure if this is word for word from the document. I'm just reading information from the internet. So, allegedly, the claims describe a system that sounds a lot like auto battling from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, in which the player can send a Pokemon into the overworld to automatically fight wild Pokemon rather than initiating a typical turn based battle. So it sounds like it's specifically about auto battling, but then even still, that is not a Pokemon original idea. There have been other, like the first one that comes to my mind is like Final Fantasy VII or any other Final Fantasy game. You summon creatures in that game, and there is an auto fight mechanic. You don't have to sit there and,
You wanna know how
press
many
a button every
mobile
time you want to
games I've
fight.
played with an
Oh
auto?
my gosh, yeah, the
Mobile
mobile
games,
games galore.
they're all have an auto fight system because mobile games understand, "Oh, you wanna play your mobile game and get further in your game? Well, you also have to cook, you got chores to do, so while you're doing your chores, we'll auto fight it for you." Like, I I'm gonna be honest, this is just stupid. This is stupid.
It
I
is stupid, like,
In
'cause
our
it
opinion.
allegedly, in
In
our
our
opinion, it
opinion.
is stupid, but it's because Nintendo, in their grand wisdom,
In our
because they
opinion.
are one of the top video game companies, and that's not an opinion, that is a fact. They are one of the top video game companies.
And
We'll
they
give
make
them
great
that.
games. They
And they
make
do make
great
great games.
games.
It's just, in our opinion, we think that they are kinda greedy. And anytime that they're like, "Hey," they're like a little kid at a playground who sees another kid playing with a toy that their mommy just bought them, and they go, "No, no, no, that's my toy," even though it's sitting right at their feet. "No, that's my toy." Then they go and take that kid's toy. Like, you already had that toy. You don't need to take it from other kids. Let other kids have
Well,
fun.
no, here's what it is. It's not just that they have the toy, but it's like, okay, if I have let's say, Paul, you have the blue Power Ranger. You have the blue
Mhm.
Power Ranger, and you're playing with blue Power Ranger, but I have the green Power Ranger, and you're mad that I have green Power Ranger. So you're like, "I'm gonna take green Power Ranger from you, even though I already have these other Power Rangers. I need to have green Power Ranger. I am gonna take green Power Ranger away from you."
I did take Green Power Ranger away from you. Another inside joke. Sorry, guys. If any of y'all know me, you know what I'm talking about.
But no, it's like they've taken this summoning aspect and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make it different in our game and make it cool." And
Yeah,
just because Nintendo has a summoning type aspect, in our opinion, just because they have a summoning type thing, they're like, "Oh, it's ours now." In our opinion, that's how we see it.
yeah.
Like, and we need to stop people from using that. Like, in our
No,
opinion,
that's also the thing. Every time we turn around, Nintendo is trying to allegedly stop people from using just game mechanics
or
or
just games in
certain.
general.
Just yeah, like, every time we turn around, you don't hear about Xbox, starting a lawsuit or a patent or whatever because someone else created a,
Gun
sci-fi, video game where you play as some super soldier.
with a
Like,
gun, like
yeah, it's
yeah,
like
like
they're not sitting there like, "Hey, Halo was our thing. You can't have a Halo type game." No. And they're sitting there, and then them and PlayStation are like swapping games like, "Hey, here's Gears of War. We'll take Helldivers. Cool. Oh, you like Helldivers? We'll put Halo 3 ODST into
yeah,
the Helldivers game."
dude.
That's how gaming companies should act.
Well,
Like, let's be friends. Let's share our toys. We can have more fun if we share
and
toys
more money.
and more money. Yeah,
I
exactly.
understand if okay, if there was something if okay, if, you have Pokemon. What if somebody made one called Pokemon, and it's exactly Pokemon, just with instead of Squirtle, we had Wordle, and instead of Bulbasaur, we have, Rarbasaur, like, then it's like, "Okay, you're stealing shit." Like, that's different, but this one, it's like,
Yeah.
summoning aspects? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Come on.
And if they were so worried about this, why didn't they go after Digimon? Like Pokemon and Digimon all came out towards the same time. And yes, you could say, okay, well, Digimon are in the digital world, Pokemon are in the real world, but it's still the same concept.
But
Hey,
Pokemon is in the digital world with video games, like,
that's true, I know, but like in the context of how these games and how the stories are, like you've got the person and their summoned creature. That's almost the exact same thing. It's the specific details might not be the exact same, but it's just like I don't understand why
it's
every
yeah.
time
Yeah, we
we
turn
turn
around, there's a
around
new Nintendo lawsuit, allegedly. There's a
allegedly.
new Nintendo lawsuit, and it's gotten out of hand, and I think
I don't know what to do. Like I love Nintendo sometimes whenever they release a fantastic game like you Legend of Zelda comes out, I'm gonna grab that Legend of Zelda game. I love Legend of Zelda. I got 2 Master
Mario Kart,
Swords
you
on my
know,
wall, and yeah, Mario Kart games, like,
they're
whenever they
great
release
games.
these great games and I do love Pokemon. I play a lot of Pokemon, or I used to play a lot of Pokemon, but every time that they do something like this, I'm just sitting there like, "Nintendo, come on, really?"
It's like when you see one of your favorite celebrities and guys that you love seeing, and then you see them do something stupid and say something stupid, and you're like, "Wha no, 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 no," and they get
Why?
removed from the
Why?
project or something, like, you're like, "Why did you do that?" And it's the same with Nintendo because they're honestly the only people they're hurting is themselves. They are hurting
Well,
themselves, and they're hurting the gaming industry, which is already,
yes.
right now, hurting. Like, I don't get it, and it's just frustrating,
Like I said, in my opinion,
in our opinions.
it's Nintendo being greedy.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to play well with others. That's why there are no Nintendo characters in Fortnite. Because Fortnite said, "Hey, if you want to put Link or Mario in Fortnite, we need to make it available for all consoles." And Nintendo says, "No, Switch only."
See,
So
and
like,
the other thing too, Fortnite wise, you bring up a good point. Xbox has Xbox characters in
mhm,
Fortnite, and so does PlayStation. But here's what they did so that you have excuse me, guys, something exclusive was, like Kratos has a special style, and Master Chief has a special style for the people that play on PlayStation, the people that play on Xbox. Do that.
yeah, but you could still get the character no matter what console you play. You can get Master Chief if you're playing on Switch.
Yeah, you just don't get the special style. So, like,
Yeah.
I understand you wanting your console exclusive, which is fine. Have an console exclusive style. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate. And
Oh
I
well,
hope things
that
change.
yeah, that also just made me think of something. It's not out yet, or at least I don't think it's out, but something that is coming to Fortnite soon. Sonic. There is going to be Sonic
Yes,
cars
and shoes.
and shoes coming to Fortnite, which Sonic is not a Nintendo company, it's a Sega company, but still, Sega's out here playing ball. They're like, "Hey, you want to use our characters for your game? Cool. Here you go." Obviously, not getting an actual Sonic skin, I don't know how that would work
I don't think,
inside
yeah,
Fortnite.
it would look goofy. I mean, I think they could do it. I mean, weirder skins have been
Yeah.
added, but
Yeah, well, I mean, when Godzilla was added, we're like, it's kind of weird seeing Godzilla stand upright like that. But
um,
still,
yeah.
hey, they made it work. But Nintendo allegedly just doesn't want to play ball, and I dare anybody who's watching this to go through and tally up how many times we said allegedly,
Or in our opinion. But
or in our opinion.
anyways, guys, in our opinion, what do you guys think? Do you guys, wonder what the hell are we doing, Nintendo? Are you guys like, why is there a patent? Are you guys wondering, well, what are you gonna do, Nintendo? What else are you gonna do? Like, you gonna take more games away? You gonna add more patents? Let us know your frustrations in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Moving on. So last week we covered a story about Warner Bros. Having almost it looked like Paramount was gonna put in a bid to buy Warner Bros. Once they separated from Discovery. Well, sounds like Netflix got a little whisper of this, and they're like, not so fast, not so fast. We're gonna
They
do the same thing.
yeah, they wanna put some skin in the game.
Which is interesting because when I think of Netflix, I don't think of them buying an entire company. I or a
No, like,
studio like this.
no, when you think about it, you're like, Netflix is like, is it as big as these other companies? But you guys gotta remember, Netflix has been around for a
Ever.
while.
And
Like, it's
they've recently became profitable, I think within the last 5 years, and so
yeah.
Netflix, guys, it's massive. I mean, Netflix, obviously, everybody knows, it invented streaming, guys. It is why we have streaming today. It was the first streaming service really that popped off. I mean, I remember, Paul, I don't know if you remember, you had to get was it a disc with the Netflix? I couldn't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, you had to go
So,
to
yeah,
Redbox, and you had to get the
I
disc. I remember,
remember no, no,
yeah.
no.
I
Netflix sent it to you in the mail.
Oh, yeah, there was that too.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, so I even watched a video about this the other day. So Netflix, they started even in the 90s, which I thought like, whoa, I thought that was later than that. But no, in the 90s, they were mailing people DVDs in the mail. And I was like, that's crazy. I thought that was like late 2000s when that happened. But no, they were in the 90s. They were mailing DVDs to people. And then slowly but surely, they were like, hey, the internet's a thing. Hey, let's instead of mailing people their movies, let's just put it online for them to watch. And then they just kept adding and adding and adding to their library. And then eventually they said, we don't even need to send DVDs in the mail anymore. Boom, Netflix Online, that's it. That's our entire company. And it's worked. I mean, Netflix
Yeah,
is a very profitable company. Matter of fact, I was pulling up the net worth for both Netflix and Paramount so that we could talk about it.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Is this accurate? Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, let me tell you Paramount. So Paramount is the first company that we talked about upping the bid to buy Warner Brothers. And from what I can see right now, okay, I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly because I don't want to say anything incorrect.
Yeah.
But it looks like okay. Why do they keep changing the numbers? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure I don't want to say anything inaccurate because then we have to come back next week and say, "Hey, this is not real. This is not correct. We have to change what we said." So, according to what I see online, Paramount's net worth was approximately 7 to 7.4 billion as of September 2025. Okay?
And how much was it gonna be to buy, Warner Bros? How much was
I thought it was like 30 to 40 billion, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, what was the bid to
So now I'm concerned that that might not be accurate. Okay, a potential unconfirmed bid from Paramount 22 to 24. Oh wait, no. $45 billion to buy all of Warner Brothers Discovery. 45 billion.
Yeah, that's why they're waiting for it to separate.
Mhm. And then so I don't know if that is accurate in terms of how much Paramount is worth.
Yeah.
I wish I could find like the actual numbers. Google is not always accurate. But I keep seeing 7.4 billion. I'm looking at multiple different websites. Okay, this website is saying 30 billion. Okay.
Okay, so that's probably more accurate,
That's
but
more accurate.
and they probably have
But
investors and stuff like that. They're gonna go into debt if they buy Warner Brothers and all that. So
yes,
that's that. What is
but
Netflix
then
looking like?
yeah, that this is what I'm looking for. Netflix is currently 39 billion. But whenever I look at them and I look at Paramount in terms of not just their net worth, but how much uh their their operating income is working. So I look over here at Paramount, they're actually okay, here we go. So I've got Paramount at 29 billion
Okay.
currently, and their operating income has dropped 5 billion over the last year. Netflix is at 39 billion, but their income has increased by 10 billion over the last year.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest here. If I obviously I don't think Disney's gonna buy them, but
Disney just spent so much money buying Fox,
yeah,
so
besides Disney, Netflix is gonna get this. Netflix is probably gonna get this.
it looks like it.
Because but which is gonna be very interesting because they are a streaming service first, which is so interesting. They don't Netflix, I know they're Netflix makes movies, but and they have some that come out in theaters, but it's gonna be very interesting if they buy Warner Brothers, what happens? First of all, what is gonna happen with HBO Max? Last week, we were talking about HBO Max, and we are like, "Oh, Paramount probably will spend the money to keep it around because HBO Max is bigger than Paramount."
Mhm.
HBO Max is probably I don't think it's bigger than Netflix. I don't think it's bigger than Netflix.
No, absolutely not.
And it's
There's
not making but I don't know, maybe Netflix because they have spare cash is like, "We're gonna keep HBO," because HBO is such a big name, or do they mix and make HBO Flix or, HBO Netflix or Netflix HBO, like
NetBO.
yeah, like, I don't know what they do. HB no, there we go. HB no. But
HBO.
I don't know what they do. Like, I
But it's not
with the
just
streaming service.
HBO that they would get if they bought Warner Brothers. All these companies that you see on the left side of the
Yeah.
screen,
Warner Brothers,
TBS,
TBS,
HBO,
HBO,
TNT, it's so
DC,
much that they
Looney
would get.
Tunes, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and that's just some of them. Like,
Yeah.
I I really don't know, and then it also brings up the question again, what do we do with DC? That's the big question everyone's gonna have. What do
Yeah,
we
because
do with DC? Like,
that is one of the biggest money makers that Warner Brothers currently has, and
I think if it's because last week we were saying, I'm wondering if Warner Bros. Limits James Gunn a lot more and tells him, "Hey, you need to start pumping out more stuff. You need to start pumping out.
Mhm.
We need more stuff so we recuperate our money." Netflix, I think Netflix is like, "Hey, you guys go at your speed." I think Netflix is
Yeah.
like, "I think we need to up the movie count by 1 and maybe add a show by 1, but let's James, you do your thing." They may still say, "Hey, James, you need to start working in the office and not so much behind the camera." But I think Netflix probably is a lot more chill about it compared to Paramount because Paramount's gonna
Yeah.
really need to recuperate their money. Netflix doesn't care because Netflix is constantly getting they're printing money 24/7.
They are, they really are. Like, just looking at the numbers that I saw is like, it's it doesn't seem like a huge amount. Guys, whenever you compare $39 billion to Paramount's $29 billion, so like,
Yeah.
well, that's only $10 billion. Is like, do you realize
Realize how much
how much
billion
money
is?
$10 billion is?
Like, it's
That's
a lot.
insanity.
Like, it is a lot of money, and I I don't know, dude. I think Netflix is gonna win this. I
I
think
mean, we'll
Netflix
see.
I mean, well, dude, I really think it'd be crazy if we hear that Disney gets a bid into this. I dude,
Well, let's see how
I don't
much
know if
Disney
Disney
has to spend.
well, I also though, I don't know if Disney's allowed to buy them because there's certain laws that make it to where you can't buy everything. So
Oh my god! Disney! What?
what?
Okay, so Paramount's 29 billion.
Mhm.
Netflix is 30 billion.
Is Disney in a trillion?
Dis Disney is 200 billion.
Yeah, Disney's a lot more. That's what I'm
Oh
saying,
my
dude. But how much
gosh.
debt is that though? Like, I'm willing to bet there's debt,
That's true. They probably do have a lot of debt because again, they did just buy Fox. I wonder how much they
well,
bought
and
Fox
everything else.
for.
Like, I wonder though, because then it poses the question, do we get DC versus Marvel stuff? Do we
See,
finally get
okay,
some
well,
DC versus Marvel stuff?
that would be cool. That I mean, if that did happen, that would be cool. But so Disney bought Fox in March of 2019 for $71 billion. So that's almost twice as much as what Warner Brothers
But
is
I'm willing to bet
worth.
Warner Brothers gets sold higher just because of the DC IPs. I'm willing to bet
That's
more.
true. That's
I
true.
think the bids probably end up going higher, and these are only bids, so that's not like
These are bids. It's not the final
yeah,
amount.
and bids will keep going up,
So
like
they will go up, but even still, like the I didn't even realize just the gap in the amount of money. Like, oh, you thought $10 billion was a lot of money.
let me show you.
How about 200 billion? Disney, Jesus. Where do you keep all this money?
That's what I'm so I don't know what they do. I don't know if Disney's even allowed to buy them, but it really does pose the question, do they maybe, do they get to
I
do
mean,
these DC
what
crossovers?
would stop them? I mean,
But
money
also
talks. Money
I
talks.
feel like Disney's priorities when they're gonna buy something next will not be this. I think Disney's next priority is gotta be Spider-Man if you're trying to buy
I
rights
mean,
to something. Like, I
yeah, because Sony's holding on to that like a stingy little 6-year-old with a Barbie doll. Like, no, it's mine.
yeah, no, it's not happening. Like, so I mean it could, but I don't know what they'll do, and I think it'll be interesting to see, but I don't think Netflix is gonna be the last person we hear that puts in a bid for Warner Brothers. I don't think they're gonna be the
Probably
last one.
not. That
I think
yeah,
we are going to hear more and more as the weeks come, and also, they still have to split from Discovery because people don't
yeah.
want Discovery. I don't wanna be mean to Discovery, but
No, I'll be mean to Discovery. Ever since the Warner Brothers Discovery merger happened, every time I turn around, they were ruining something that I'm like sitting there. Come on, the Batgirl movie would have been awesome. The Wile E.
well,
Coyote movie, like,
it
come
was
on.
rumored that it was gonna be bad. The Batgirl one, they pulled it because it was
I,
gonna but dude, okay, the reason
but they
why
didn't give it a chance. They didn't give it a chance. They're like, no tax
but
break.
no, but okay, I understand that, but at the same time, I want you to look at this. How badly did Morbius affect the income for the rest of the movies that followed? It probably messed up Madam Web's, it messed up Craven's, it messed up Venom 3's, dude. That's how bad
I
and
I don't know because all those movies sucked.
no, they did, and I'm not saying they didn't suck, but what I'm saying is, I have a feeling that if Morbius does not come out, Madam Web has a bigger opening.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay, okay, I'll back it up even more. If Madam Web and Morbius don't come out, Craven 100% has a bigger
okay.
opening.
That I would agree to, because Craven was like, if we're talking on a scale of all of these crappy Sony movies, Madam Web,
Oh, that's the worst. It's the worst comic book movie in my
it was
opinion.
the worst comic book movie I've ever seen. And then I would put Morbius right above it because it had some okay moments. I liked some of the fight scenes, but there were a lot of scenes I'm like, sitting there, like, how did we get here? Like there's just like some editing mistakes, or
Yeah,
not mistakes, just
yeah.
editing choices that don't make sense. Craven was a little bit more decent. I wouldn't say it was a good movie,
It made
but
up
it
for it
was
because it was kind of violent, and so you had those fun, violent moments.
yeah,
But like
yeah,
I'm saying, dude, like I think you release Batgirl, you hurt the IP, and that's the problem. It would have. I don't think
okay,
it would have
okay.
affected DC, but it still hurts the IP of DC. And I think people are like, well, then I
And
don't want to go see
well,
another DC movie. It sucks even more. Like they had
was
already been
that
doing
Batgirl movie scheduled to come out before Matt Reeves Batman or after?
it was
Because
after.
depend.
It was
Okay,
after. It was after. Yeah, it was for
okay,
sure after. But it could have hurt Superman's opening. I
it
think
could have, it could
Superman
have.
eventually would have still gotten the same amount of money, but it could have hurt Superman's opening, and I think that's what they needed. They needed to stop the bleeding, and even though it probably was it could have been maybe like a mid movie, an average okay movie,
I mean, it
they
was
still
already
didn't
gonna be direct to digital for sure.
I think they were trying to wide release it. I think they were wide
I'm sure they were, but
but
I
and it
wouldn't be
sucks, dude.
surprised if they're like, "Hey, digital."
I get it because I was even like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna get, like, Firefly, like, these are all cool things,"
Firefly,
but
played by Brendan Fraser, who
Frasier
I
which
love Brendan
came off
Fraser,
right out it was supposed to come out the same year as The Whale, so,
which
like
was oh my god, I love that movie.
yeah, it's great. So, I
And
don't
then
know.
Michael Keaton's Batman was supposed to be in it
He
too.
was supposed to be the mentor, but yeah, like, I think it would've been okay, but I think they were like, "Let's just stop. We need to" and it sucks because people worked hard on that movie, and then their movie doesn't even get to see the light of day, but
Yeah.
yeah, like, going back to this though, guys, I think it's interesting that Netflix is, and right now I think Netflix is probably the most likely to buy it after looking at if we got all of our information right with the bid with the money and how much money people have. But ultimately, guys, I mean, it's just we will wait and see. We first have to have Warner Brothers split from Warner Brothers Discovery. But, anyways, guys, what do you guys think about this? Are you guys, interested in what's happening with this whole bid situation? Are you guys like, I haven't even heard about this? Are you guys like, no, there's no way Netflix is going to buy this? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Well, it's that time again for the weekly ranking, the weekly top 5, guys.
Woohoo!
So this week, last week we talked about Marvel Rivals season 4 and how Daredevil is going to come in about a month and how Angela was released. We thought that we would give you guys our top 5 most wanted characters in Rivals. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you the characters, but then we're also going to give you the role that we would think we'd play and kind of how we think they would play. Not in depth. We're not giving you seven all the abilities and what their ultimate would be,
No,
with the
no,
voice line
just
and skins,
basic stuff.
but basic stuff on how we think they would play and what role they would play. So with that down, Paul, we will head over to you in the ranking room.
All right, sounds good. So this is gonna come to no surprise to anybody, because if you guys know me, you know I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. So my honorable mention to start off is just gonna be I want more Spider people. And I would be happy if they were just skins, because we already got a Spider Punk skin for Spider-Man, as well as a Black Suit Spider-Man. I could see them putting a Miles Morales skin or a Scarlet Spider skin. I'd be okay with that. But if you're gonna include more Spider people like Gwen Stacy or other Spider characters like Spider-Man 2099, I think you would need to have actual characters, not just skins, because they would need to play differently. Even Miles Morales would need to play differently because he's got different abilities. He's got the Venom touch and the camouflage. I just want more Spider people, and however they give it to us as skins, as characters, whatever. I just want more Spider people because my boy's a little bit lonely in the Rivals universe. He needs more friends. So that's my honorable mention. Moving on to my number 5, I have Mystique. I think that Mystique would be a very interesting strategist. I think that she could be a character like how Loki, he can take other people's form and abilities and use their ultimate, which is super fun. I think Mystique would be kind of interesting because I think she could just disguise herself as a different character and then maybe even make her like her name above her head look like she's part of the other team, so she could like sneak behind enemy lines and then try and do damage to them while they think, "Hey, that's a friendly." And I think that'd be really interesting to see that. And maybe some of the other abilities that she has, cuz from what I remember of Mystique in the comics, uh she can sometimes take other people's abilities, not to the extent of other characters like Rogue or Morph,
Yes, to
but
an extent she can. To an
she
extent.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even still, if all she does is just, take their skin and then sneak behind them, I think that would be interesting. So
How
I
would
put
she heal
Mystique at
though? How
number
do you
5.
think she would heal as a strategist?
Ooh, that's a good question. I
Because I
didn't
mean,
think about the
you do
healing
have her
part.
down as a strategist. I'm just
Yeah,
wondering.
well, I put strategist because I couldn't really see her being a vanguard, obviously, and I don't really see her being a duelist either because she is more of a, like I said, she's a sneaky character. She hides behind enemy lines. For healing, I don't know. Maybe she would have some type of like health canister that she could throw
Or
down
maybe
or
like
something
her
like that.
pistol could heal people and stuff like that. So,
Because bullets heal people for some reason.
hey, there is a character in Overwatch called Anna who has a sniper rifle that shoots poison darts if it hits an enemy and healing darts if it hits um a
A
friendly.
teammate.
So, yeah,
Okay.
so
Oh, maybe. Okay, I didn't know that. I never played Overwatch,
yeah.
so maybe that'd be interesting. But yeah, that's who I have for my number 5. Number 4, Green Goblin. I would love to have Green Goblin in here, and I put him as either duelist or strategy, depending on how they decide to make him. I think duelist more likely, but I would like him to be a duelist. I would love him if he's just on his glider, like permanently. I don't want him running around, but if he's on his glider, kind of like how Iron Man is always kind of flying around, if Green Goblin had that same kind of mobility, and then he has the ability to throw pumpkin bombs as his main attack, and then maybe those knife blade things that Toby always seems to have issues with. I think that'd be kind of fun. So Green Goblin would be a super fun duelist, I think. And then maybe give him a team up with Spider-Man. I think that'd be kind of fun. Have them have a little whatchamacallit,
Team up
special
ability?
ability. Yeah, yeah,
Team
yeah,
up
yeah.
ability? Yeah.
That'd be cool. All right, so that's my number 4, Green Goblin. Number 3, Thanos. I want Thanos so badly. He would be such an amazing Vanguard, and then his ability could be using the Infinity Stones. Like his ultimate could be using the Infinity Stones, and maybe maybe even the ultimate changes each round. Like one time he uses the Space Stone, or one time he uses the Soul Stone. That would be super cool. But if even if it is just the same ult every single time, it would still be super fun. And you've seen him in Infinity War and Endgame, how he's able to fight. You could give him his little helicopter dual blade thing as his main attack. He would be super fun to play as. And we know that Rivals needs more vanguards. There are so many duelists.
Well, and
So
just more
many.
villains too.
Yeah, definitely need more villains because there's not too many.
There's not really. I mean, you
You
don't
got
you
Loki.
is an anti-hero you can go down. I mean, Hela
Yeah,
is the only true really villain in the
I
game.
guess so. That is
Yeah,
true.
that's what I'm
Huh.
saying.
Yeah, no, so we definitely need more villains in the game. But Thanos is probably a number one pick for a lot of people. That's a character a lot of people want to see. Moving on to my number 2, Nightcrawler. I love Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is my favorite X-Man. Kurt Wagner is the man. And I could see him being a duelist, give him his swords, let him use those as his main ability, and then let him have the ability to just like kind of teleport to different areas. Maybe how like Tracer is able to like backtrace her
Or like
steps
kinda
in
how like
Overwatch.
magic goes through her portal in the game
Oh
and kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
comes
very
out.
similar to that, yeah. But like give him the ability to teleport all over the place, and then I was thinking kind of like a Spider-Man type character because Spider-Man, you gotta swoop in, do some damage, and then you gotta swing out of there because you got low health. Spider-Man's got very little health. Nightcrawler could be the same way. I could give him low health so he could swoop in, do some damage, and then teleport away, like a hit and run type character, and he would be pretty fun to play as. We need more X-Men in Rivals. We've got just a couple right now, but we need more X-Men. I like the X-Men characters. And my number one character, Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider would be so much fun. So 100% his main attack would be his Hellfire chain. And then his ultimate, I could see it either being like he summons his motorcycle and is able to like run through a bunch of people, like maybe even like turn it a little bit left and right if you wanted to. Or maybe his ultimate could be the penance stare where he just grabs somebody and then insta kills them. That would be kind of fun too. But Ghost Rider, just overall, not only would he be a fun character, the different types of skins that you could give Ghost Rider, oh my gosh, there are so many Ghost Rider skins. You could have the Cosmic Ghost Rider skin. You could have Ghost Rider 2099, Ghost Spider, which is a Ghost Rider variant. There are
The
so many
is it
options.
Robbie Rhea? I don't think it's
Oh
which
yeah, Robbie Reyes is
yeah,
the Ghost Rider with the car instead of the motorcycle. Johnny Blaze being the main one. Shoot, you could
Sam
even have
Elliott's
the
Sam
Sam
Elliott,
Elliott Ghost Rider with
the
the
horse.
horse. That would be so much fun. I mean, there's so many different uh costumes or so many different opportunities for Ghost Rider, and I just think playing as him would be fun. And Marvel Rivals developers, if you're listening, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider skin, please. I love Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. Anyways, there is my top 5 Marvel Rival skins that I would like.
Run him down again. Let's run it
All
down.
right, so honorable mention would be some more Spider people, however which way they want to put them in there. Mystique as a strategist for number 5, Green Goblin as a duelist for number 4, Thanos as a vanguard for number 3, Nightcrawler duelist number 2, and Ghost Rider duelist number 1.
Awesome, awesome. So, guys, my list actually, me and Paul had some similarities this week. Unlike last week where there was no similarities, there are some similarities this week. So, starting off with mine, my honorable mention is Sentinel. And oh my gosh, I love this guy as a like I just love the whole thing with the Sentinels and I think they would be so much fun to play. especially with that whole concept of they're there and then they go away. Like, I think it'd be fun if Sentinel is not just one guy. If you have maybe like three of them that go around walking with you, kind of like a Loki clone, but instead there's three of them. You control one, and then the other ones kind of mirror you, or they find a way to attack. I don't know how you would do it, but I think Sentinel would be awesome. He like the Sentinels are probably I would say probably my second favorite X-Men villain besides Apocalypse, and I just think Sentinel would play well in this game. I don't know what you could do. I said strategist, but I think he'd play too similar to Ultron. So I'm thinking you could either do him uh, as a vanguard. I just don't see him as a duelist. I don't see him as
Yeah,
a
no,
duelist.
me
He
neither.
has to have health, and so I'm thinking maybe vanguard, but you have 3 copies, and you can switch between the copies, and they all maybe have, say, 200, 300 health, and then you do like, I think Sentinel would be cool, so, yeah. My number 5, I have Juggernaut. Guys, Juggernaut would be so much fun. Like, as a vanguard, I just imagine him wrecking house. Like, he would be so cool. Like, I could see, like, how Thing has his ability where he charges at people with his fist. I could see Juggernaut going straight through, breaking structures. He'd have to be able to break every structure in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to let him. And I think they could do a cool thing where like kinetic charge up, where like if he's running and he keeps going and he doesn't stop, he builds up the energy. I think Juggernaut would be so much fun. And I think I don't have everything, but I know for sure I think a charge up of kinetic would really be fun. Maybe he does a cool thing where like in X-Men 3 when he's kind of underground and he starts breaking through, maybe you have him go underground and start breaking through people and jump up and then start pounding people. Like, I just think Juggernaut would be fun, and I think you could do so much with him as a vanguard. So yeah,
Oh, definitely.
Juggernaut at number 5. So my number 4, I have Mysterio. Oh, I think Mysterio would be so much fun as a strategist as well. Play similar to Loki. You have your clones, you have all of them, but I think clones in this one don't do damage or they don't do anything. Like, they just mess with you. Like,
Yeah, they're just distractions.
and what you could also do with them is that he has it to where maybe he copies the enemy team's teammates. That way, you're thinking it's your teammate, and then, oh, wait, oh, this is just a Mysterio clone. What? Like, he copies your healers or whatever, and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna run over to my whatever, and then you're like, oh no, this is just a Mysterio clone. What the hell? So I think you could do that. I think his main firing would just be his beams. His beams would be awesome. I don't know about an ult yet. I haven't thought of anything good, but I definitely see him as a strategist, healing wise, playing similar to
Yeah.
Loki, but definitely having his differences. I also think he should fly. There's one thing too. I think he should have like a Doctor Strange type flying ability so he can fly. So yeah, and I think maybe his ult could maybe be him putting up a complete duplicate of your team. So everybody that's alive, he could just duplicate all of them, so you can't tell which ones are the good guys and which who are you fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think Mysterio would be cool, and if they were to do a skin, I would really want the Jake Gyllenhaal Mysterio because I think that
Oh,
suit is so
absolutely.
awesome.
It
So,
is it is a great live action Mysterio skin
yep.
for sure.
So that's my number 4. So number 3, I have Nightcrawler. So here's some similarities, guys. So Nightcrawler, and the way Paul explained him is the way that I would probably play him, just dipping in, dipping out. You'd have to balance it. You'd have to give him some type of survivability, but I think Nightcrawler would be really fun. And I mean, yeah, I think you could add an ability where maybe he's able to grab people and teleport them out. I know that'd be really annoying, but
Ooh, that would
maybe
be fun.
maybe he can grab people and teleport them out into a different area. So I
Oh,
think
so you could do that where he could grab his grab allies, get them out of danger,
or enemies.
or grab enemies and put them into danger.
Exactly.
And that just made me think of what his ult could be. His ult could be he teleports them to the Brimstone dimension, which is where he travels in between whenever he teleports. Yeah, his ult could be he grabs somebody, takes them to the Brimstone dimension, leaves them there, they get a bunch of damage.
Do that, or you could have, him teleport his entire team somewhere, like something like that. So I think Nightcrawler, there's a lot of possibilities, but I would really like him. So yeah. And then my number two, I have Green Goblin. So another similarity. I would want Green Goblin as a duelist, not so much a strategist. And how I would want him to play is anybody that's played Overwatch Junkrat. Junkrat does not have anything that he shoots, but he just throws his bombs, and that's how Green Goblin would be. I would want him just throwing bombs, throwing bombs, throwing bombs, and you can have different type of bombs. You could have, some of his abilities. Maybe he has a special bomb that you know blows up bigger, or another one where it like freezes opponents, or something along those line where he has just a bunch of different tools and fun things to do. So I think there's so much you could do with Green Goblin, and I think his ult should just be like a bombs away type of thing where he just gliding over people, dropping nonstop bombs that do a
Ooh, that
lot
would
of
be cool.
damage. Like I think
Yeah,
that
for
would be
sure.
really fun, and I think Green Goblin would just be really fun in this game. And I hope they add him soon, and more Sinister Six people, so that we have a Sinister Six team up. I don't know. I think Green Goblin would be really fun. So,
Yeah.
and then my number one, I alluded to it last week, but Deadpool. Deadpool's my number one, guys. I cannot wait till they add him into the game. I know he's been kind of leaked, and they're just kind of waiting. He's just cooking in the oven right now. But I cannot wait for them to add Deadpool, and I think Deadpool will be so much fun. I think he has two different modes. He can either fight with his katanas or he shoots his guns. I think that's how you do it. I think he's kind of similar. You add kind of a Wolverine aspect with try to figure out a healing factor for him. I think for his ult, you could have him pull out like a massive gun or something of somebody else's, like maybe Cable's gun, do a tease for Cable or something like that.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
And
Yes.
he just lights people up, and you have maybe
Dude,
Dogpool with him.
give him the dubstep gun from Deadpool 2.
Yeah, like just all these different things. And I think Deadpool would be really good, and he would just be a blast, dude. He'd be a blast. And I can't wait for them to add him. So, as my honorable mention, I have Sentinel, number five, Juggernaut, number four, Mysterio, number three, Nightcrawler, number two, Green Goblin, and number one, Deadpool. So, but, anyways, guys, that'll
You didn't say Juggernaut's full name.
okay, okay, fine. Juggernaut in parentheses, bitch. Paul added that to our graphics for our people that just listen to us, but
Hey,
he added
I
it.
love the meme. I love the meme.
But anyways, guys, what do you guys think of our rankings? Do you guys love them? Do you guys hate them? Like, let us know. Like, what are your top five most wanted Marvel Rivals characters? Are there some that we didn't add in our list that you guys really wanted? There's some in our list that you guys are like, oh, I really want to see them. Let us know what type of, how you want them to play, whether it's a strategist, a duelist, or a vanguard. Let us know all of this in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Moving on. We're going to get into some spoilers, guys. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers for Gen V Season 2, Episode 1 through 3. So we'll give you guys a couple seconds. We are going to get in full spoilery detail over the show. We're going to give you a couple seconds. Okay, here we go. So Gen V has is the first season came out in 2023, if I'm correct, Paul. I think it's
Yes,
2023?
October 20 wait, no, hold on. It was renewed for season 2 in October 2023. But no, it did premiere in 2023. It premiered September. So,
So we've
took a m
waited. Yeah.
took a month to get renewed. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the viewership was awesome. And
It was.
I think Gen V, we are back in order, and we are, going with it. And I think it's awesome. And I think it finally brings us back to the boys universe that we know and love. Because for me, season 4, it was good, but the entire time it did not feel like it just didn't feel right. There was something off in season 4. I don't know if this was the same for you, but there was something that just felt weird. Like it was still what I
No,
love, but there was something off
no,
in
I felt the same way.
season 4.
It was kinda like it was almost like the off-brand kind of The
Yeah,
Boys, you
it
know?
felt like, "Hey, I ordered pepperoni pizza, and it's the same pepperoni pizza that I've been ordering for 10 years, and I got it, but there's a different cheese on it, and it just doesn't
Yeah,
it's
not
still
quite right.
yeah, it's still my pizza, but it just doesn't taste right." And
Yeah.
Gen V, thankfully, I feel like we are back, and we
Oh,
are
yeah.
back in business, and we are going great. and we've made another mystery that is really cool. That is what I've liked about Gen V. The boys, you're just trying to figure out, okay, how is this going to unravel? How are we going to get to the end here? What is the end game? Gen V, there's always been a mystery aspect, and I love the mystery aspect. They are able to do it great. And with this one, we have Project Odessa. We don't know everything that's going on. All we know is that our main character, what's the
Marie
Marie? Yeah,
Moreau.
Marie is Project Odessa. What does that mean? What does that mean for the universe? No, we don't know. All we know is that she is Project Odessa. They assigned her as Project Odessa, and Project Odessa was a project that the Dr. Godolkin worked on, and
Hmm.
she is she is Project Odessa. So I think I think that's really cool. I think that's a cool aspect that we're putting a twist on it, and we're wondering, okay, what is our main character? What is she about? You know, we have everybody else back as well with Jordan. Jordan's same old Jordan, and Jordan's fun to see. We've got
Hmm.
who's the blonde girl that goes small cricket?
Emma.
Emma. Emma's back. We've got Sam, and then we have I keep forgetting names today.
Kate.
And
No,
Kate.
you're good.
So I l-
Well, we got everybody except for, unfortunately, the actor who passed away, Chance Perdomo, who
yeah,
was I forgot the character's
20
name.
was it Andrew?
Andre Anderson.
Andre. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
unfortunately passed away, I think in a motorcycle accident, if I remember right. And he passed away, I think, right before they were supposed to film, like close to when they were supposed to film season two.
Yes, it was. Yeah, he was traveling to begin filming the season 2, and that's when the motorcycle accident happened.
Yeah. You can tell
That's
to me,
awful.
I don't know if you feel like this, but to me, I feel like they had a storyline set up, especially with if you remember at the end of last season, they were in that big enclosed prison that you had
Hmm.
no idea where they were. I feel like they had somewhere to go with it, but then he passed away
And then they had to do rewrites and
and
change everything.
they had to trash that entire storyline because I truly think the first 3 episodes were probably gonna be them trying to get out.
No,
And
100%. Like the end of that season was like they're in a room. They're like, "Where's the door?" And then they start this season, and the first thing we see is someone opening a door to the room that Jordan's in. It's like, well, what happened to that room? But yeah,
yeah, yeah, you can tell
it's definitely due to some rewrites and
it's
that they
still
had to
good.
do.
Like, don't get us
Oh,
wrong
it
here,
is.
it's still
It
great.
is. It's still been these 3 episodes have been excellent. Like I watched them back to back to back because it's like, man, I just want
They're
to keep
so
going. I want to
enticing.
learn what's going on.
Yeah, and I think probably the biggest mystery besides Odessa is who the new principal or whatever you call him,
The dean,
the
yeah,
dean, yeah, he is cool. He's
he's
a cool,
very
cool he's
he's cool.
but
He's
he's menacing.
creepy and menacing. No, he's got that menacing thing, and he hasn't even shown his superpowers yet. We have no
We
idea
have
what his
no idea whose
superpower is.
power are and that's part of the mystery is what are his powers. Also, I find him more threatening. Like, Homelander physically is more threatening than this
Hmm.
guy. Mentally, though, this guy is scary
No,
because
for
you don't
sure.
know his next
Because
move, and he's also psychotic. He'll be, "Oh, da 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 da," da," and all of a sudden, "Oh, you wanna talk? You wanna talk back? I'll stick your hand in a fucking blender. You wanna
yeah,
talk back to me?" He did that to Kate in one of the episodes because she was trying to talk her shit, and he was like, "We're not gonna be doing that."
no, no, no. I'm in charge here.
Yeah, "I'm in charge. You don't tell me how this is gonna go. I'm gonna tell you." So, and he is very threatening, and I am excited to see how he is all connected because as you will see that he was part of
He was part of Project Odessa. He
and
was holding
and her birth.
Yeah, he was holding baby Marie, and the crazy thing was he didn't look like he aged a bit.
No, no,
So I
it's
was like, "Ooh, so like what kind of, power does he have that allows him to just
maybe like
stay
a
the same age?" How
Stormfront
old is he? Yeah, like Stormfront. Like, is he going to show up in that other boys show that we talked about in our very first podcast episode, which you guys should go watch?
Vought Rising,
I
yeah.
I think that he would probably show up as that or in that show as someone who's been around since the beginning of Vought.
Yeah.
But, one of the
It's
things I wanted
interesting.
to oh, sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. Yeah, I was just saying it was interesting, yeah.
One of the things I wanted to mention was not only was, Marie, like, she's Project Odessa, obviously, but even in season 1, they were talking about how powerful she could be and how she is like the weapon to take down Homelander. It was oh my gosh, what was her name? The senator that was in
Oh, yes, I know who you're talking.
the boys who also
Yes,
came and talked to her.
Grace.
Grace, yes. She came and talked to Marie and was like, "Hey, we both got similar powers. We both deal with blood. I blow up people's heads.
Oh, no,
You
that's
use
not Grace.
blood."
That would have been,
No?
that was no, Grace was the older lady.
I
Oh,
know. We're terrible at names, guys. We're so
God.
sorry.
Oh, I cannot remember her name for the life of me. I know the face now, the blow up heads lady. Let's see here. We're gonna pull it out here.
Oh, Newman, Victoria
Newman,
Newman.
Victoria Newman. There we go.
Okay. She was the one who showed up and was talking to Marie and was like, "Hey, we both got blood powers. You are going to be powerful enough to take down Homelander." Marie's like, "What are you talking about? I can't even control my powers." And the thing is, once she does learn how to control her powers, dude, she can just stop your heart. She can be like, "Boop," and you're dead.
She almost gave that guy a heart attack in that one
She
scene.
tried to, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was sitting there, he was pounding his chest to like
His
manually
heart.
beat his heart,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. No,
And then
I
yeah,
I don't know though, because I do not in the end of all of this, I do not want her killing Homelander. I just don't. Like, she's a
nah,
great
it would
character.
it's
It
Butcher's
better be
job. But
Butcher. It's
yeah, it's
Butcher.
Butcher's job.
Do not have her kill Homelander. Now, if she kills Butcher, that's different. I'm
Yeah,
okay if she kills Butcher, but the only person that's allowed to kill Homelander is Butcher. Do not
100%.
do anything else. But if she kills Butcher after the end because Butcher's gone insane from all of his stuff because he let
Well,
the thing take
at the
over.
same time, I think that it should be if Butcher does go psycho, I think it should be Huey who
Oh
takes out
yeah.
Butcher.
Yeah, that's who, but I
I would be fine if Marie plays a part in, like, the assault on Homelander
oh,
and
and I
in the
think she will,
Capitol where all
100%.
the superheroes are at.
Mhm.
And obviously, you can see in this picture right here, there's a big old resist graffiti on the wall because one of the other plot lines that's happening in the season is a bunch of starlighters who are trying to gather up resistance against the home teamers, you know, the whole left side,
Homelander
right
people,
side,
yeah.
you know. But there is Emma is trying to like start up this kind of like on campus rebellion with these people who are like, hey, we're not 100% on board with this, you know, superheroes versus humans type
Yeah, because you see now,
thing that's going on.
we didn't know how far Homelander's gonna go. Oh, no, he has humans labeled. Humans are
Yeah.
labeled, and they are self-checked in with stuff. Humans are they're just there, and they
E-
better not even sneeze in the wrong direction
no, for
or they're
real.
dead.
Even though there are more humans in the universe than there are superheroes. Superheroes are so much more powerful, so
Yeah,
they are being treated as if they are the minority in this group, which is it's crazy.
yeah, and but it's, it's interesting how they've done it, and they're showing the storytelling is great. I do think though, and I had this question when we covered Vought Rising. I am starting to be like, you know what? I'm kind of boysed out. I am starting to get boysed out. Like,
Yeah.
I want them to wrap this up because it's not bad, but this is too much of a good thing now. Like, this is still great TV, but I'm also like, how many times do we have to see a crazy graphic kill? How many times do we have to see, crazy different types of sex scenes? How many times are we going to do
Oh,
this? And like, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the boys is always like, "All right, how can we gross people out today?" And so in this season, they got a character, his superpower, butt chug. He literally sucks in anything into his butt, whatever he wants.
Well,
It's
and
like,
then
"Oh,
you had the other
why?"
one
Why?
where we had two characters, and one guy pops out of the other dude's butt, and
That's
it's
the same guy.
oh, is it the same guy?
It's
I
the
didn't
same like I
realize.
said, he can suck anything into his butt. Not just a whole keg,
Oh, I didn't realize.
anything he
I didn't.
wants. His butthole is a black hole. His butthole is a black hole. I will say that again. It's yeah, no, it's and The Boys has always been like this every single season. There's one superhero who's using their powers
The
in the
shrinking
weirdest
the
way.
shrinking in the into
The
the penis.
termite. Yeah, the
Oh
termite
my
guy.
gosh.
That was like, oh my god, I was like, "Why? Why do we need to see this? Why are you doing this to us?" But the boys loves to do that. They love to show us these crazy because 'cause they've got people who are working for them who are like, "If I had this superpower, what's the weirdest thing I could do?" They got that. I guarantee you, they got people sitting in a room, like they lock them in a room and they're like, "You're not allowed to leave until you come up with one crazy idea." "Okay, boss, okay."
We've got
And then
this, don't worry.
they start writing things as like, "If I had the ability to suck things into my butt, what could I do?" It's like, I don't know why or
Oh,
where or
and
who.
then the worst part is when he shoots the bee. Oh my gosh, and then
Ugh.
he acts guys, he then goes and I don't remember, I think someone hit him or something, and the
Yeah, Jordan gut punches him.
gut punches him, and so all the beer comes out of his butt and sprays all over the people at the
Everybody.
party. I'm like, "Oh
Some
gosh,
some girls yelling, "It's in my
what
eyes!"
the
It's like
heck, pink
that made
eye?"
me that made me pause because I had to laugh so hard.
It's just like, "Oh my gosh," but as entertaining as it is at times, I'm also like, I just I'm like, "Could we just end this story?" Like, I feel like we are eating this
I
cake,
know.
and this cake is good, but I'm also like, "My stomach hurts." Like
Yeah, there's a lot of cake. There's a lot of cake, and we're like sitting there like, "Can we finish this, please? Like, it's been my birthday for 5 years now. I would like to be done." I mean, I love the boys, don't get me
yeah, it's
wrong.
a great birthday, but the birthday at some point, you're like, "I'm tired of reliving the same day." Like,
Yeah, I would like to blow out the candles, open the presents, and go home.
yeah, it's just yeah, and overall, the episodes and the season is starting off with a good start. We've got a good
They are.
mystery. I think this season's gonna be better than the last one, and the last one was really good and took me by surprise, but yeah, no, but anyways, guys, what do you guys think of Gen V? Are you guys liking the new season? Are you guys hating it? Have you guys even been able to watch the first 3 episodes? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys, moving on. So, Daredevil season 3 has already been announced and greenlit, and season 2 hasn't even came out. But who cares? It's Daredevil. Daredevil is awesome.
Everybody loves Daredevil.
We love Daredevil here. Daredevil is awesome, and I argue to say that Daredevil is the best MCU show, in my opinion. WandaVision is
Yeah,
great. I prefer Daredevil over WandaVision and Loki.
no,
I
I
just
get
do.
that. Like, I mean, when you come to the terms of, like, amount of great episodes to good episodes to not so good episodes, Daredevil always tends to be on the far right side of the spectrum with these excellent episodes, some
And
of the
every
best superhero TV show episodes to ever exist.
Yeah, and also the action like I don't think I walked away from one Daredevil episode going, "Well, what? It's already over," and it being a bad thing. Like WandaVision, I would walk away being like, "Wait, my popcorn hasn't even gotten out of the microwave and the episode's over. Like
Mhm.
what are we doing? Like we haven't even done a full it didn't feel like a full episode." I'm like, "Okay, I want more, but that's because you didn't
That's
do
because, yeah,
anything."
you didn't do anything. Yeah, it's like
Like
little tidbits. They threw little tidbits.
yeah, like Daredevil, every single episode I felt, "Oh, we're just building and building," and there's that anticipation to watch next week, but it's because we gave me a full episode. I felt like I ate a full meal. I sat down and I
Mhm.
had a good time watching the episodes. And I think Daredevil is just, oh, it's so good. And season 2 is going to be really fun to see how they do the takeover and how he's going to
Mhm.
fight Kingpin. Like, it's going to be great. And
It is gonna be great, and that new black and red outfit
with the
looks
double D's on
awesome.
it,
Oh, it looks great.
and I think with them adding a season 3 already makes me confident in season 2, which I already was, but then it's like, okay, they really like this. It also makes it to where Daredevil's now gonna be the MCU show that's had the most seasons. It's gonna be the
Ooh,
most,
yeah, you're right.
and we're getting another like we're getting more and more seasons, and we are technically when they get to season 3, we will be 6 seasons into this Daredevil. we would have had 6 seasons of this Daredevil, and I am all for it. Like, I think that break that we had, even though we didn't want it, I think that break is the best thing we could have had for
I
Daredevil.
think so too, 'cause it built up our anticipation
And
from the Netflix
it
era to the
really does
Disney Plus
feel like
era.
born again. Like, we are
Yeah.
revisiting this, and they I'm another a bunch of people are I know people were upset that they killed Foggy. In my opinion, Foggy's death was reasonable and needed to happen. Like,
No, I get it. I mean, it did create this like, okay, we have to have a moment of period of time where Matt is not Daredevil. We had to give him a reason for not being Daredevil because he was like halfway between quitting and staying as Daredevil because of the events that happened
yeah,
in season 2 and season 3.
yeah,
But I think he ended season 3 with like, no, you know what? I am Daredevil. I'm going to continue being Matt Murdock and I'm going to continue being Daredevil. So they gave him this reason to stop being Daredevil. It's a sucky reason. I mean, I love Foggy. He's a great character, great actor, and I understand why they did it, but at the same time, it's like, kind of sucks for that actor to be like, "Hey,
yeah.
remember this great TV show you were a part of?
We're gonna
Come
kill
on back, and we're gonna kill you in the first 10 minutes of the first episode." It's like, oh
yeah,
man,
which sucks, but also the first 4 episodes are amazing. Like,
they are.
even if somebody would have told me like, "Hey, Jacob, we're gonna have this Daredevil show," and I'm like, "Uh-huh, awesome, love it." But we're not gonna have Daredevil suit up until episode 4. I would have been like, "You are crazy. What do you mean you're not gonna have him suit up till episode 4?" And I'm still gonna be entertained? Like, really? Like, I come to here to see Daredevil beat the crap out of bad guys and hear the good storytelling. And but they did it, and it was awesome, and it's great. And now I really want to see what we're gonna do because season 2 now we're fully taking over. The Daredevil from before, the cast and the producers from before are taking over 100% now. Now,
Yes. Mhm.
because the first 7 episodes of this were from the old one, which is interesting because they had a great show, which tells me that they were going to do the same thing that they did with all these other Disney Plus shows, which was have a crappy ending and fumble horribly in the end.
Yeah.
So that means that, but hey, they had a great show, and I'm not gonna crap on them. The only thing I didn't like, and if you know me, the one thing I absolutely hated about season one
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Muse and how they
I
dealt with
know.
Muse. And so I'm hoping because he's rumored that he'll be in season 2. I don't know if he will, but they better bring him back because that really pissed me off how they handled Muse. It
I
was
mean, yeah,
stupid.
he should have been a much bigger character, and hopefully we talked about this before. Hopefully, that was just a Muse copycat
Yeah,
or a precursor to Muse, and then we get the real Muse, or maybe he even gets resurrected and comes
yeah.
back in season 2.
Like, guys, here's how excited I was about Muse. We'll add a little story here. Me and Paul had went and saw a movie. I don't know what movie it was. I can't remember. But
I can't remember either.
we went and saw a movie, and when we got out, there were really bad winds and there was a dust storm. And
Oh god, yeah, it was awful.
we couldn't see anything. Like, I live 5 minutes away from the theater. I wasn't driving because my car could have tipped while I was driving and the wind. I could not see anything. So I said, "I'm gonna chill for a little bit," and Paul was like, "Yeah, I'll chill a little bit." And we're like, "Oh, Daredevil comes out in about 5 minutes. You wanna watch the new Daredevil episode while we wait for this?" So we went in Paul's car and we watched this Daredevil episode, and there was no Muse, and then he pops up for maybe a minute in the end, and I lost my shit in the car. I was like, "Yes! Yes, finally!" Like, because it was about halfway through until they finally revealed
Mhm.
Muse, and it was so cool. They did a lot of stuff from the comic panels, and then they wasted him, in my opinion. So I do hope that they do, and I think our theory hopefully happens because
I mean,
Muse.
he's such a fan favorite character. They would be absolutely insane to just toss him away
Yeah,
like
because
they
he could
did.
be like a bullseye. Like, you're not the main villain. Kingpin is always the main villain, but Bullseye is still a threat and still at
Oh,
large and a big.
continuously.
Exactly. And Muse, you could still do it with that, especially with certain things that Muse does. And so I think
Well, you said because I'm not a huge comic person when it comes to Muse, but
and
you
Daredevil.
read all those comics.
Yeah.
You know exactly what Muse is all about. So you were telling me about his ability that makes him extremely difficult for Daredevil to fight.
Yeah, so he overdoes his sensor. He makes it so Daredevil can't have his senses. He pretty much mutes all of his sensory and it overloads him. So Daredevil cannot sense Muse at all.
That's
He
crazy.
can't sense him, he can't see him, and that's what makes him so cool. And that's what made me upset about the MCU version, where it's like you can change a character. I don't care. Like Batman, we've changed his origin so many times, especially when it comes to, was it the Joker that killed his parents? Was it just a random dude that killed his parents? Was it, some just dude? Like that does not matter to
JoJo,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, like you've done so many things with Batman, it doesn't matter to me. But if you made Batman and you're like, "Oh, it's Batman, but he doesn't have a suit. He's Batman, but he doesn't have a bat suit. Instead, he has a cat suit. And he's not Batman, he's Catman." Like, that's how it
And
feels
he
with
doesn't
Muse.
know karate,
He doesn't
and he
know it.
doesn't have
He's just
all of this other
he's
stuff.
just some fat dude that walks around, is like, "I'm Batman."
Ba-ba.
"Oh, okay, dude." Like, if you take a character's main fundamental things away from them, like Wolverine without a healing factor and made him,
Yeah. No,
like,
exactly.
that is not Wolverine. You've taken away, or Wolverine without his claws. Like, that is part of his character. Muse, part of his character was that superpower. Yes, in the comics, they allude to him that he is an inhuman. You don't have to make him an inhuman. Right now, you're doing mutants. Make him a mutant. Make him
Yeah.
a mutant. You could make him a mutant, and that would be so cool. And I hope they redo it. I hope they rethink it. I hope they add Muse. All of it. And I don't know what's supposed to come out first, if it's the Punisher thing or Daredevil season 2. I can't remember.
I
I
think
think it's
it's
Punisher,
I
though.
think it is Punisher. Yeah, the not it's not a full series or
Yeah,
a season or anything.
yeah,
It's like a
it's
special Marvel showcase, kind of like
yeah, it
the
is.
Werewolf by Night thing. So, and I think that was supposed to come out at the end of this year, I thought, or maybe at the beginning of next year.
When does
Punisher.
Punisher sh Showcase come out? Okay. It is supposed to come out sometime in 2026. So,
Okay, so
it
next year.
it could happen before, it could happen after.
Mhm.
It's definitely happening before Spider-Man, obviously, but depending on
Yes.
where, if Punisher falls early next year, like maybe it comes out in January or February, we get it could maybe tease for what we're getting in Daredevil season 2. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I don't know, dude. I think it's just great that they've already given us a season 3. It makes me excited for Daredevil, and
Yeah,
I think
and hopefully this leads to bringing in more of those characters from the Netflix era. We were so excited at the end of the first season when he said, "Okay, we need to get together a
well,
team."
Jessica Jones is already announced. The actress is already
I
announced.
know.
And,
Yes, I
well,
know.
the guy that played Danny Rand and Luke Cage were spotted in New York City around the time that they were filming Daredevil. So, I think we are definitely getting Defenders back. It just depends on how
I
far
hope
we're going.
so.
And I hope we revisit The Hand to an extent, because The
Mhm.
Hand that they did in the Netflix series was fine, but it was not how they did in the comics. The Hand is a bit different. And so I hope they kinda revisit. Yeah,
It's a lot more powerful, it's a lot more
yeah.
widespread.
Well, I would love for them to do, they would do an adaptation of when Daredevil takes over the Hand and is the leader of the Hand. I would love
That would
that.
be cool.
And if I remember right, in that comic line, Elektra has to fight him because he pretty much becomes a bad
Yes,
guy.
and he becomes a bad guy, basically. He's, like, possessed by a demon, I think, at one
Yeah,
point
but it
too.
would be it would be awesome. I think it'd be great if they did it. You could add his sidekick, Blind Spot, too,
Yes.
which,
Well, they already did introduce Blind Spot in the, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man TV show.
yeah, so I mean, which they're not in the same universe, obviously, but
I know, but, hey, if they're at least mentioning
referencing
these
him,
other
yeah. Yeah, which
characters,
is cool
yeah.
too, because Blind Spot's a newer character, and Blind Spot's really cool too because his thing is he doesn't have superpowers, but his suit goes invisible. So,
Mhm.
it's just, I think it would be cool to add Blind Spot and add extra characters, and I'm just excited that they're doing more Daredevil and that we're getting a season 3.
Absolutely.
But anyways, guys, what do you guys think about this? Are you guys excited? Are you guys like, "I don't even watch Daredevil"? What did you guys think of season 1? Let us know in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. So, for our final topic today, Batman 2. So, Matt Reeves did an interview this week, and he's doing a little bit of a villain tease. Obviously, right now, the Batman 2 isn't supposed to be starting filming until early 2026. And Matt Reeves has kept the villain and anything about the story tight, like tight. Nobody knows about this script. Nobody knows what's happening. There's not a whole lot of news. They have kept it really locked down, which is surprising because usually we're finding things out pretty quickly when they start writing scripts.
Oh
So
yeah,
they've
leaks all the time.
exactly. So here is what, according to Variety, this is what they have reported. They said in a red carpet interview with Josh Horowitz, Reeves said the highly anticipated sequel will focus more on a character of Bruce Wayne since the first is so focused on Batman. Reeves pointed out that in previous films, the origin story is often the meat of Wayne's background, but with the Batman 2, fans will see the man behind the mask in new ways. So we'll talk about that. There's that. But then he says, in a lot of other films, which I love, once you get past the origin tale, which we didn't quite do, but we did something that referred to his origins, then you start telling the rogues gallery story and that character's sort of arc. Reeves said, but I never wanted to lose Robert Pattinson at the center of these stories. And so that is really what we set our aim on. Let's see here. The Cloverfield director explained that the sequel's new angle was a crucial consideration when selecting the villain. He teased that the antagonist for the Batman Part 2 has never really been done before in a movie. So, guys, that is interesting because that eliminates a good amount of villains that
It
they
does
could do.
indeed.
But it's also exciting because it's like with you have these characters that Batman's got such a big rogues gallery with so many cool villains. You're like, I want to see more of these villains, and it just excites me because it'll be nice to see different villains and new things. And then, like they said, they're gonna focus. This one was more Batman heavy. They're gonna focus this next one more on Bruce Wayne, which is good because we really did. Now that I think about it, we really did not see a whole lot of Bruce Wayne. There was
Well, that part of that whole movie was, like, the fact that he wants to, like, seclude himself in his Batman role. I mean, as Bruce Wayne, he went to the funeral, and that's
you
pretty
see
much it.
you
He
see him in
really
his
didn't do anything
house.
else.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you see him, like, truly, Batman is the front. Batman is the
Yes.
front, and the alter ego is Bruce Wayne. And it's gonna be interesting to see origins, but what are you thinking about all this stuff, Paul? What do you
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, obviously, I was really, really hoping for Mr. Freeze as the villain because Mr. Freeze has always been one of my favorite Batman villains. But if it's someone that hasn't really been done in a movie before, well, he's eliminated because good old Arnold played Mr. Freeze in Batman and
and he
Robin.
played him prominently too. He was pretty
He
much the
did.
main villain of that
He was for sure.
one.
But then, like, you got to think about all the other characters that have been done. So obviously, Joker's been done. Penguin, Catwoman, Poison Ivy,
Bane,
Riddler, Two Face, Bane. Like they've all shown up in a movie. Even Ra's al Ghul in the Batman Begins movie.
Scarecrow,
Scarecrow. Like
Talia al
we have
Ghul.
gone through. Yeah, we've gone through a lot of villains. So then you're gotta sit there racking your brain. Like, okay, what villain hasn't been done in a movie before?
And there's a
Which
lot. So, guys,
there is a lot.
we've posed this question, but now we're gonna play a little game. So, and this little game we are going to play is pretty much going to be I'm going to pop up a villain. I picked about 10 villains that are Batman villains but have not been done before in movies. Okay.
In live action
In
movies.
live action movies, they haven't been done in live action movies. I also put it to where if they were in a there's one character you'll see. If they were in a movie but they weren't in a Batman movie and weren't really in the movie a whole lot. You'll understand which character I'm talking about, but there's one character that I'm like, he could be talking because he says not really done. You got to play with words here. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so we're going to play and then we're going to say what percentage we think that they are likely the villain. So, starting off Hugo Strange. I think this would be I also, guys, I picked these ones off of who could fit in his thing. So I did not put Clayface in here because Clayface would not go well with this grounded universe. I picked a
Well,
lot
but
of
Clayface is already getting a movie anyways.
yeah, that too, but I picked more grounded villains and villains that could be in this one. So I did not pick the fantastical ones.
Yeah, the ones that
I
have actual, like, powers and
yeah,
stuff.
I picked ones that I think we could definitely have. So, and like I've said, they've we've eliminated all the ones that have already been in movies and prominent roles. So, starting off, Hugo Strange. What do you think, Paul?
It'd be interesting. I like Hugo Strange. He was very much like a overarching character, like, he is not very much into the thick of things, like, I don't think he's ever had an actual fist fight with Batman before.
No, it's all mental. It's all mental,
He
and they
yeah,
show that really
he
well in
does all
Arkham City.
mental, and that's what I was about to say. In Arkham City, like, the whole thing is he's going to reveal Batman's identity, or he's trying to find out Batman's identity,
He has his
and
identity already at the beginning of
yeah,
the game. So yeah.
and so, like, the whole thing is very much like he is controlling so many different facets, so many different people, and I could see him being like a overarching villain who controls all the other smaller villains that we would see Batman fight in the movie.
Yeah. So, my percentage is as cool as I think Hugo Strange would be. I don't think he's going to be the villain in this one. I think Hugo Strange, in order to do it, you have to have enough villains that you have to have an Arkham City, in my opinion, not an Arkham City, an
Y-
Arkham Asylum. You have to have
Yes,
Arkham
yes,
Asylum, and it has to be an Arkham Asylum type movie. And I just don't think we've gotten there yet, and enough villains we've introduced yet. So for me, Hugo Strange would be cool, but I'm gonna say probably 10% that he has announced that he is the villain. What about you?
I'd probably be like at a 20, maybe 30.
20, maybe
Because I
30?
would like him to be in the movie, but as you said, there's not a lot of other villains that we've introduced that he could be puppet mastering.
Yep. All right, guys, moving on to the next one. Mad Hatter. I really like Mad Hatter. And here's Mad Hatter. I don't know, Paul, if you've seen Gotham, but
Yes,
the
yes, I have.
way that they did Mad Hatter and Alice in Gotham with the blood and all that, I thought was super cool and super interesting and fun. And
Yeah,
I think Mad Hatter would be fun, especially you could do some psychedelic stuff with it. You could definitely have him be grounded with psychedelics, kind of like a scarecrow, but not exactly. Like I think Mad Hatter would be fun, and you bring all the Alice in Wonderland type characters would be fun for him to try to for Batman to try to track down throughout the whole movie and kind of thing. So
yeah, absolutely.
I don't think he's gonna be the villain either, though. I really don't think that there's a high percentage chance. I'm leaning with
Well,
him.
he is a more lesser known Batman villain. Like, if you are not really into the Gotham show or the Arkham
Or
games,
Batman
I
lore
d
in general,
or
yeah,
Batman, yeah, Batman lore in general, if all you've seen is just Batman movies that have come out, you have no idea who this guy is.
yeah. So, I mean, I could also see him, though, maybe be a smaller side villain.
Yeah, I can see
So,
that too, but not a main villain.
yeah.
Mad Hatter is he's interesting, he's cool, but I don't think he's main villain material.
Yeah, I think I will probably go even lesser than Hugo. I'm thinking maybe 10, maybe not even 10, probably like a 5% chance he is
Oh,
the
yeah, I was gonna say 5% too.
gotcha. Alright. Now moving on to a more prominent one,
Mm,
Hush.
yeah,
Hush was there was a report that Hush was gonna be there, that there was, a rumor that he was going to be the main villain. And we did a would you rather, and I picked Hush for this. I think he's more likely to be this. I really do,
I
especially
think
with a
so, yeah.
mystery aspect. Um,
And that's the thing that the first, Matt Reeves Batman is, like, such a good just detective movie,
detective.
like, it was a Batman movie, but he was mostly he's finding clues and then going to crime scenes and stuff. That was very interesting about that type of movie, and finding Hush's crime scenes with people's having their faces, like, taken off.
Removed or pieces gone. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be such an interesting way for Batman to be like, "Whoa, this is a villain that's a little bit more crazy than the ones I've already fought."
And I would love to see Robert Pattinson play 2 characters.
Yes, oh, that would be super
Yeah, because he
interesting.
has to play Hush because
Yeah, but Hush,
I
for those of you who don't know, Hush is Tommy Elliott, who is a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne. Well, friend of Bruce Wayne. He's always been jealous of Bruce Wayne, and how it's kind of weird. He's jealous that Bruce Wayne's parents died, so that Bruce gets all of his inheritance. Because
yes.
Tommy even tried to murder his own parents, but Bruce's father, who was a doctor, saved his mother, which made it to where Tommy didn't get the inheritance, and he's kind of upset about that. And he's always blamed the Wayne family for that.
Yep.
So what he does is he becomes an accomplished surgeon himself, and he finds bits and pieces of other people's faces and stitches it to his own face and makes himself look like Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
which is one of the most craziest
It's
things
so
anybody's ever
cool
done.
though, and
It
I
is.
want them to do that version of Hush. Do not do this. Do not have anybody else be I want a
Dead.
Bruce Wayne Hush.
Do
That's
not
what I
do the
want.
Riddler Hush. That was such a weird
It was
decision
just
that they made.
weird. Yeah,
It
so
was so weird.
do Bruce Wayne Hush, and I think it would be really cool. I'm gonna say on this one, I'm gonna say there's a 70% chance that he is.
I'm Yeah, 70, 80%. That would be a very interesting villain. And he is main villain material.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, guys, moving on to the next one. I have Man Bat. Now, he is
Mm,
more fantastical. Yes, you can say, but I
a
could
little bit,
see
yeah.
how they could change it to where he's like, oh, there was a serum, it changes. I could see them doing a grounded version of Man Bat. The thing with Man Bat, though, is I don't think he'd be main villain. I think he'd be a side character, just a brute for
Yeah.
Batman to fight. So maybe you have Hush as a main bad guy, but then he's got Kirk Langstrom, and he's just like, "Pop, here you go. Here's Man Bat. I gotta run. You have fun dealing with Man Bat here." Like, I could see them doing something like this because Man Bat is cool. Man Bat is not a main
I mean,
villain material in my opinion.
he's not main villain material. Like he is very one note. It's basically like Serum. Oh no, I've lost my mind and now I'm a man bat and I go around and I hunt people and make nests and stuff. But like he's never really had like a I'm gonna take over Gotham type
He
plan or
also never
anything like
meant to
that.
be Man Bat either. Like, he was just
No,
experimenting.
he was experimenting and trying to cure some disease as unfortunately as most of these Batman villains are created.
Yeah.
Like, go look at the rogues list of Batman villains and be like, "How many of them are doctors?"
Yeah.
Almost all of
All
them,
of them.
and they all had some sort of accident or something happened to where, "Oh, no, he was accidentally injected with a serum that was supposed to cure cancer, but instead it turned him into a bat."
Think about it right now, dude. The 4 of them that we've just shown, 3 of them are doctors.
Oh my
Doc
gosh, are they real?
Doctor
Yeah,
Hugo
Doctor Hugo
Strange,
Strange.
Doctor Tommy Elliot, and Doctor Langstrom.
That's Batman. You need better medical professionals in Gotham. Do that, you solve all of your problems.
Yeah, but, okay, Man Bat, though, getting back to it, I think as a side villain, I'll go
Yes.
20%. I'll go 20%.
I would say even maybe more than that, maybe 30 or 40 if he was a side villain,
Not a main villain.
definitely not a main villain, yeah.
Alright, moving on. Number 5, I have KG Beast. Yeah, he's I see people talk about KG Beast, and I'm like, "What is the hype with this guy?" Like, I just don't get it, like
Yeah, no, I don't get it either. How far in the barrel did you have to dig to find this guy? I mean, for real?
that far in the barrel. Well, KG Beast is a ba sorry, that one really got me.
Well,
KG
but I'm being serious because, like, yeah, we talked about these other Batman villains, which, of course, the more casual fan is going to be like, "I've never heard of the Mad Hatter." Even some Batman fans are going to be like, "Who the hell is KG Beast? Never heard of this dude.
oh, oh.
He looks like a ripoff of Bane."
So I will read you his Wikipedia page, Paul, because clearly
Okay,
I can tell.
okay.
Have you never heard of KG Beast before?
I've heard the name, but I've never seen him in any Batman media ever.
Okay. KG Beast is a supervillain appearing in comic books published by DC Comics, created by Jim Starlin and Jim Aparo. The characters first appeared and blah 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 blah. What does he do? Okay, he is a human cyborg. He was on the Suicide Squad. He is a his abilities are cybernetic stuff, enhanced strength, expert martial artist, hand to hand combat. He sounds like
I
if
was about to say he sounds like Cable if Cable was a bad guy.
yeah, or Deathstroke with Cyborg. Like,
Yeah.
he
Deathstroke with cybernetic implants.
is no, he is, yeah,
It
as
it
one.
it kinda feels like that scene in Suicide Squad where Bloodsport is shown to Peacemaker, and it's like, he was trained from an early age to be brutal or deadly with any weapon ever. It's like, he does the same thing as I do. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's not like a lot of there are people that are like there is a fandom for KG Beast, and I do not get it. Like, I mean, but we all
No,
have our
definitely
cool
not.
things, but KG Beast, I get what you mean by it's like, who?
Yeah, no, I'll give you my percentage right now. Zero.
Big goose egg. I,
If I will say this right now. If KG Beast appears in Matt Reeves' The Batman 2, I'll give you $1,000. I will give you $1,000 if he shows up.
okay, wait. Specify which Batman though.
In Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2.
Okay, just gotta specify
In
because
this specific movie.
he did show up in Batman versus Superman as a yeah, in the Ultimate Edition, I think is when he showed up. He's not really yeah, he's referenced,
Was
but
he?
he was barely in it.
Oh, he wa yeah, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. He was like one of the, like, military dudes.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a fart in the wind. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. They said, "Oh, yeah, this is KG Beast."
but it also could have been Daryl from accounting that we got
No,
later.
exactly. It's like, he was just some dude in the background. I don't even think he got even speaking lines. So, okay. And again, you had to dig really far in the barrel. You had to get the Ultimate Edition of Batman versus Superman just to get this guy name mentioned?
I
Like,
think
come on.
I think it was just that one. I think it may have
Okay.
been another I think he may have been in the
No, no,
base
no.
one, but I know he
No, I
got,
think
like, a
you're
deleted scene role.
correct.
I think he got a
Yeah,
deleted
I think you are correct. So, just because of that, I will increase my percentage. 1%.
1%. I'm gonna say maybe we see him as maybe, like, a like, opening scene, Batman fights him or something, maybe, like, a just get you in the mood, but, yeah, I'm gonna go probably 5% chance we actually see this guy.
The fact
Hey,
that you're putting him at 5%
is
along
even
the
nice.
same lines as Mad Hatter and friggin' Man Bat, like, come on.
Alright, moving to our next one.
Oh god. Not Porky Pig!
Somebody's grandma. No, I'm kidding. No. Oh gosh. As you can see,
Ugh.
guys, we have a lot of fun. But uh, Professor Pig. I could
Professor
see
Pig.
I I could see Professor Pig being in it. I definitely could, especially after after seeing him and how they did Arkham Knight. Like,
They did make him actually super creepy in Arkham Knight, I will admit. He is a lesser known Batman villain, but more so than KG Beast. But
he's
he
gotten a
is
lot of attention.
actually
He's gotten a lot of
he has gotten a lot of
since
attention
Arkham Knight.
recently. He was in Gotham too, wasn't he? I think he
Oh,
was.
was he? Yes, he was in Gotham. Yes, he was. He was
Yeah.
in Gotham. They did have him in Gotham. I don't know if he showed up in Gotham before or after Arkham Knight, but I have a feeling it was probably after Arkham.
Probably after, because the Arkham Knight definitely gave him a lot of attention. His storyline in that game
It's so
was
much fun.
super interesting. It
Like,
was
dude,
super fun.
you'd hear opera and you're like, "Where's the body? I really wanna figure out who this," because
No, for
the fun
real.
thing about it was that since he's not a known character, you didn't know who was doing this. And
Mhm.
so you were trying to find, "Oh, I hear opera music, I go to it." Like, you stop with I don't know about you, Paul, but when I was playing that game, I heard opera music, I stopped immediately because I'm trying to find the body and trying to find this guy because I wanted to know
Right.
who's doing these bodies. So and his boss fight was interesting, it was fine, but
It was. I mean, you
it was
can't
a
really
good
do much
yeah,
whenever it's not a superpowered villain, as most of the other
well,
ones are.
also, it was just a good solid little storyline. That didn't
It
have
was
to be
it
anything
was a
else.
good mystery.
Yep.
It was super creepy. Like, that was the best part. They made this guy creepy. Obviously, with the character named Professor Pig, who wears a pig mask, you could be pretty goofy whenever you put this character into
And
the
his whole
media.
obsession with having to make everybody perfect is even creepier.
Mhm.
I could see them doing it where, like, in the thing, he pumps people up with adrenaline drugs and steals people, and the mystery
Yeah.
is where are all these bodies going? Like, where are they at? So, I I think for him, I still don't think he's going to be it, but I could maybe see them doing it. Maybe I'd say maybe
I
35%.
I think he would be the one at the beginning of the movie that Batman's fighting. Like, you see him tracing down all these clues, like, as the opening credits are playing, Batman's tracking him down, and then he finally finds him. I can
Yeah.
see that happening, and yeah, I'd put him at, like, maybe a 20-30%, but again, not as a main villain. Side villain, though, I think he'd be an interesting add.
So moving on, Firefly.
That's a good villain.
So Firefly, the reason I had this because people are gonna be like, "Well, Batgirl." Batgirl didn't release, guys.
It did
Batgirl
not
did not.
release, as
So
we have talked about multiple times.
there's a possibility, and here's what we could do. We could have him be like, "Oh, someone's burning down Gotham City." And it'd be interesting because last we see Gotham is drowning.
Flooded.
It's
Yeah.
drowning, and so it would be interesting if you maybe did something and you were like, because if I don't think I don't I could be wrong here, but isn't Firefly wasn't he a firefighter?
Yes, he was, yes.
Yeah. So you could have it where there was something that happened when when these firefighters were trying to save people from the drowning and from drowning, and something happened, and Firefly now is gone mad and he's like,
Yeah,
screw the
something made
Firefly.
him snap.
And you could switch it now. Now we have water as an issue. Now we have fire. Gotham is burning. We are burning down Gotham City, and Batman's got to stop this guy. I could see them doing main villain. I really could. I could
Oh,
because
yeah.
Firefly is an interesting character enough to where we could do a main villain type of thing where who is burning stuff down? Why are we having all these issues? Like I could see
Yeah,
this being a main villain. I could also
and
see a
if we make it more grounded, don't give him his jetpack, at least not at the beginning of the movie. Like, make it to where he's just a straight up arsonist. Like, he is just going around
yeah,
burning
and
down
dude,
buildings,
we
and
could do
then
it where he pairs up with Anarchy, where him and
true, very
Anarchy
true.
like, we've got 2 villains here, we've got Anarchy and we've got Firefly, and then Firefly, you eventually give him, like, a makeshift glider vulture type thing, but make it still grounded within the universe, like, you could
Yes.
do that, and I think it'd be a fun one. He's still not my front runner, but I could possibly see him, like, I'm thinking maybe 40% here, dude. I
I'll
could
do
see it.
40-50. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it, so
He'd be a very interesting villain.
yes, and it would be nice to
And
finally get him to the big screen.
it would be, and maybe second chance for Brendan Fraser to play him.
Yeah, maybe we will see though. Okay, moving on. Phantasm.
That is such a good pick.
I
Oh,
thought
I
you'd like
love
this
that.
one. Yeah. So,
Yeah, because obviously I grew up with this,
yeah,
version of the Batman. This is from the animated series in the '90s.
yeah. And guys, letting you know, little peek behind the curtain. I didn't show Paul this before we did this. Paul knew
Yeah.
we were gonna do this part of the segment, but he did not see the characters I had picked. I said, I picked out 10. Here's what we got. And so, yeah, Phantasm would be awesome though, dude.
It would be awesome.
He
I would
I
love that.
I don't understand why they haven't done Phantasm as a villain in general.
Since the Phantasm movie in the
Yeah,
'90s,
like,
yeah,
he's
that
had
is what's
comics
crazy.
she's had
It's
comics, but
she's had a couple of comics, yeah, here and there, but the fact that this was such a just not even just an amazing comic book movie, comic book villain,
it's a great movie.
just a great movie and a great villain just, like, out of nowhere, and then, man, we haven't seen her since then, at least on the movie side of things.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool if they did, like, a Ghostface type of thing with her, where it was
Ooh,
like we have 2
yeah.
people being Phantasm, and we've got some issues, and we have some hatred for somebody, and Batman I don't know how you would do Phantasm without a person because Phantasm's big thing for wanting to, stop Batman is because she wants to kill Joker.
Yeah.
And so I think you have to have somebody not you don't have to have Joker, have just some hey, have KG Beast in there. KG Beast would be great for this. But have somebody in there to pretty much to
Well,
have a reason.
maybe it could be Riddler because maybe she lost her parents during the
Mhm.
bombing and during the flooding that happened in the first Batman movie, and she's like, "I am done with this people. I'm done with the crime that's happening in Gotham. I'm gonna go around and do my own brand of vigilante justice, take out the criminals, and I'm gonna take out the person who started this whole mess in the first place."
Yeah. I
And
just
then Batman now has to try and save the Riddler.
Yeah, and I could see that. I think this would just be a really fun villain. I am gonna go 70, not man, not that. I'm gonna go 60. I'm gonna go 60 because I still have
Yeah.
I don't think we have enough villains yet for obviously of Riddler, but also I don't really want to see Riddler right now. I just don't. Like I love the Riddler, but I don't want to see Riddler. I really don't. I
No, I
just
mean, I think he was played perfectly in that first movie by Richard Dano, I believe is his name.
Paul Dano.
But Paul Dano. So, hey, that's me. But anyways, I think yeah, we've done his movie. We've let him do his thing. Let him just sit in Arkham. Even if he is just like sitting there waiting to be attacked by Phantasm, that'd be interesting. But yeah, I think Phantasm maybe like a 50%, maybe 40. It would be interesting to have her. And like you were saying, how you could do like a Scream thing where there's
Yeah,
two
Ghostface. Yeah.
killers. Uh, well, there is a animated Batman movie about Batwoman,
Mhm.
where it turns out that there are 3 different people who are running around as Batwoman, and they are dealing out their own brand of vigilante justice. I think they're trying to take out Penguin or some other character who they're like, "Hey, this person has ruined our lives." And then every time that Bruce Wayne thinks he's closing in on who the Batwoman is,
Yeah.
oh, he's with this person who he thinks is that the Batwoman, and then Batwoman swoops in from the window, is like, okay, so it can't be this person.
Yeah.
And there are 3 different people who are being Batwoman. You could do that with Phantasm, I think.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. So, all right, moving on. The Court of Owls.
Okay.
I love the Court of Owls, and I think they are due in a movie. I think they are due, and if there is a universe that they are due in, it's this one. It is this
Yeah.
one. It is
Yeah,
it
the
is
Matt
this
Reeves
one.
universe is definitely par for them.
My only thing is that I don't want them to show up. I think they'd be fun, but I think they have to be an overarching villain. Like, don't have Joker be the overarching villain in this. Have the Court of Owls because they are truly threatening. They've been running Gotham for hundreds of years. They've been
Mhm.
reanimating all of these people and all these warriors, and now they've got armies. Like, do this as a main arcing villain. But if they were to show up, I could still see them show up because Court of Owls have gotten really popular. Really popular.
Oh, yeah.
We've had them in so much media from video games to TV. They need they are next to be due for a movie, I think. Very due for a movie and I would love it. I think they'd be cool. So, yeah, I don't know. But what about you, Paul? What are you thinking?
Oh, no, the Court of Owls would be very interesting, and I agree with you, they should be, like, a more overarching, like, kinda hidden in the background type,
We
villain.
tease them
Yeah,
slowly but
tease
surely.
them, but don't make them, like, front and center right off the bat, like, "We are the Court of Owls." Like, no, don't do that kinda stuff. But if you, like, because I think even with how the first, Matt Reeves Batman movie kinda hinted at the fact that his family was not as, as
It's perfect as you think.
perfect as,
Yeah,
yeah, as
as they're
they
perceived.
have some skeletons in their closet, they've dealt with criminals, they have been on the shady side of the law before, and you could tweak that a little bit and say, "Hey, well, it's because they were part of the Court of Owls, or they were being
Yeah,
influenced by the Court of Owls."
and the Court of Owls could have been the ones that took them out. Like,
Exactly, and that
it's
was what led to the Batman, and they're like, "Hey, we need to take out this guy who we accidentally created 20 years ago."
or, "Hey, we need you join us. Be our we will fund you, like,
Yeah,
be
be
our guy,
our weapon, be our
our warrior."
instrument.
Yeah, no, so I think Court of Owls would be cool. I don't think they're gonna be it. I'm gonna give them a 50% shot, though, that they
I'll
are
go,
the villains.
I'll go like 30. I think as interesting as they would be, I don't think we're at that point
Point,
yet,
yeah,
at
yeah.
least in the Matt Reeves universe.
And our final one, this is the one that I was kinda, flexing here, Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Guys, yes, has he been in a movie? Yes, technically he was in Justice League. He was in Justice League, and we got a little urine squirt of a little hint here. Deathstroke has not been in a movie though. Let's be straight here.
He has not been a villain in a
Villain,
movie before.
yeah, like
He was teased. He was shown at an end credit scene that led nowhere.
nowhere. Yeah, like so he and here's what the headline says. Matt Reeves says the Batman 2 villain has never really I want to focus emphasize on that word really been done before in a film before. That's what I think there could be a possibility for Deathstroke. Because yes, has he shown up in a movie before? Yes, but he hasn't really been done. And I think he would be perfect. He'd be perfect, dude. We'd get a good, a mercenary comes to town and he's got to kill Batman. He's been told,
Yeah,
and speaking of the Court of
yeah,
Owls maybe hires
they
him
could
and
hire him.
says, "Hey, Slade Wilson, you need to kill Batman. We're gonna pay you this money. Kill Batman." And we could have a awesome, awesome showdown. I've been wanting Deathstroke as a Batman villain and in a Batman movie forever. I've just been wanting Deathstroke because Deathstroke is
Yeah,
such a
he's a
cool
very cool
character.
character.
Like, take away the villain aspect, he's just a cool character. And if we don't get him in Batman, I hope he at least shows up in a Teen Titans movie if we ever get one. Like,
Well, we are
Deathstroke is
getting
awesome.
I think it's the dynamic duo is that Nightwing and Red Hood TV show, right?
Which we could see him in there, which I'd also be fine with, but I want Deathstroke either Teen Titans or some Batman related villain. That's where
Yeah.
he
No,
belongs.
for sure. That is where he belongs. Even though he was done very well in the Arrow show,
Yes, awesome.
he is a much more Batman villain, and if you played the Arkham games or if you just read the comics, I mean, this dude shows up and even Batman starts sweating sometimes because
That fight scene in Arkham Origins is awesome.
oh, it's
That
so good.
that entire boss fight is awesome, and they would Deathstroke also probably to me has the coolest besides Batman, has the coolest suit in my opinion. Like, his suit is awesome and iconic.
It
Like,
is very iconic.
it
The
is
you see the black and orange like the Harley Davidson of
or black and
villains.
blue, yeah, or the black and navy blue.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would be fun. I think you could have a foil to him. I think you could set up Court of Owls with him, and he is gonna be my front runner. I think I'm gonna put him at an 85% chance that he is the villain for this one.
I'll do a 70 or 80% too. And even still, like, you watch the Penguin show, right?
Yes.
So with the Penguin show, you've got like all the mafia families, they've all been pretty much eliminated,
Yeah.
leaving Penguin in charge. I could see Penguin being like, you know what? This Batman guy, he mistreated me in the first movie. I'm going to hire a mercenary with all this newfound money and power that I just got,
Yeah.
and I'm going to send him after Batman.
I could
Because
totally see that. But anyways, guys, what are you guys thinking of, this tease for the villain? Do you guys think it's gonna be, Deathstroke? Do you think it's gonna be Hush? Do you think it's gonna be KJ Beast? Just let us know. Is there anyone that you guys really want in the thing? And let us know your percentages in all the ones that we had, the 10 that we had. Let us know if you have any additional ones. Let us know all the stuff in the comments below. Alrighty, guys. Well, it's getting late, Paul, and
it
we've
is
had
getting late.
another great episode. It has been so much fun as always, though. Guys, thank you again so much for spending your time with us. We love seeing you guys every week. Again, if you guys have any fan theories, any would you rathers, anything you guys want us to rank, any news stories you guys want us to cover, anything at all, let us know and email us at the it's getting late podcast at gmail.com and we'll get to it. Next week, guys, we have a lot of stuff and we are excited to talk about possibility the Wolverine's coming with a trailer. We've got our review for Marvel Zombies. We will have a review for Gen V and Peacemaker episode 6. All of that and more on the next episode. But for right now, guys, that'll do it for us over here at It's Getting Late. My name's Jacob,
I'm Paul.
and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, everyone.
See you later.